And hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Friday edition of Planestalkers Podcast. What we're doing tonight is we are analyzing. We have completed our Win-A-Box tournament. We have our champion. Congratulations. We're not going to say who. But I am joined, as always, by my awesome co-host. I couldn't do this show without him. You can't see him because we decided not to be on camera tonight. I'm on camera because, well, I'm dressed to the nines, don't you know? My co-host, Aramis Perez. Aramis, sir, how are you?
Today I have a face for radio.
Okay, you do.
Just not much different than normal, but you know.
Yes, exactly. So here's how things work. Over the past month, so since August 4th, we've been doing a Win-A-Box tournament. We did one of these about 2 weeks ago, I think, or 3 weeks ago, where we kind of went over. We had people send us the videos of what they played. So we've got 6 right now tonight. 6 matches to go through. They're all best of 3. So, you know, it's more like, you know, it could be 18, it could be 12. I don't know. In any event, it's on Arena. Aramis and I are just going to play them as we got them and kind of do our best to go over them. We do have deck lists here. I can't get them on the screen, unfortunately. And we have it set up in order of, you know, finish. And we can follow some of the narrative. We didn't get some videos from some people. So we're going to do our best we can, you know, we'll do the best we can to kind of update you guys on where we ended up with that. But pretty much everything is it's doing exactly what we want it to do. So we're very excited for that. So we're going to get started unless you got something else you want to say, Aramis.
No, I'm ready to get going.
All right, cool. And now to remind you guys, we are going to do this again. When we go into, what do you call it? We're going to start almost immediately for Midnight Hunt. So be on the lookout for how to join up for that tournament. That tournament is going to be different. Oh, we should say this tournament, it was best of 3 standard, no ban list. So what is
and
that?
And also it was no ban list and also no Forgotten Realms.
Right. No ban list, no Forgotten Realms. So what that means is that they could play any card before Forgotten Realms, standard legal. So from the 7 sets available, they could play any card they want in any number, as far as it was for, you know. So Omnath was legal, Oko was legal. So we've seen a lot of broken stuff. So we're kind of really excited for this. So we've got a bunch of matches coming up. The first one we have is our boy Apollo, who played with us the other night. He's going to be playing against Kyle. So these guys both played with us the other night.
They both played on Wednesday, so it's kind of an interesting little coincidence.
Now, I mean, I don't know, Aramis, if you've had a chance to look at the deck list. The deck list is a little, you know.
I'm looking at them right now.
Kyle's a little overpowered here. But,
well, I mean,
he was learning.
Probably. But, I mean, he has life gain, and that always kind of throws a wrench. So Kyle's playing mono white, and Apollo is playing mono red. And one of the only things that can really slow down mono red is if you're able to gain some sort of life on a consistent basis. So, I mean, we'll have to see how this plays out. I mean, yeah, red can just roll him over, but maybe Kyle gains like 10 life at some point randomly. That might be enough for him to survive because red can theoretically run out of gas.
Right. So, all right. So I've got the match ready to go. Aramis, can you see that on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So what I will do is I'm going to put that on. There we go. That does it. That works best. Okay, good. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start us off. And all right.
So we'll be looking from Apple Freak's perspective.
Yes. Oh, wow, this is going fast. All right, App, he has mono red. He had an instant keep. Kyle kept his. So
yeah, this is also a very good hand.
Yes. So Fireblade Charger is a great card for mono red. One of the newer ones that came out in forget what set that was. It was
Zendikar Rising.
Yeah. But just a really good card. Yeah, you block me and I still do a damage to you, so screw off.
Yep. So there's a life linker. This is beginning to get stomped immediately.
Yep.
No reason to let that live when you got something that can get through for poking some damage. You can drop the giant next turn. And, I mean, I see a turn 4 cleave here.
Yes, I would agree with that. So, Well, turn 4, he needs 2 attackers for turn 4, so it should be turn
He'll
5.
have 2 attackers for turn 4. He'll have 2, the Goblin and
you're right.
and the Bone Crusher.
Yep.
So here's the question here. Does he let that priest live?
No,
Looks
he's
like the
going to
answer is no. He's going to drop the Conspiracy Theorist, which is fine. He still gets a second creature.
Right.
So he's still on par for the turn 4 Embercleave, which is going to basically be lights out if he gets that down, because Double Strike and Trample is just stupid.
It's tough to beat.
Moral Inquisitor, don't care.
Yep.
So we'll drop Faceless Haven.
Don't
activate.
What are you? What?
Okay.
All right. You know what? I think App's
He's playing with his food a little bit.
He's taking it a little easy on him. I think he wants him to feel like he's and I'll be honest. I might have said to him, "I'm like, listen, you got him a bit. Like, don't feel like you have to win turn 5."
Going for the trade here.
Interesting.
Does he have he might have a pump spell. Yep. +2/+2. So yeah, he can eat that. That's good.
That's good. That's a good move for Kyle. Yeah.
So he's got to get something here. Really,
he's got to get
really
something
fast.
going. Yeah. Well, that's just it. This deck has kind of been. It's an interesting that he put Shock and Stomp in his deck, because a lot of people don't run Stomp for yet another creature. Oh.
Hey, putting down the pacifism,
that's good.
That shuts off Embercleave for quite some time now. Okay, yep. Dropping Castle Embereth into the big old giant. So the question is going to be, what's a follow-up for this?
He could Embercleave next turn.
He could cleave next turn, but he needs. I was thinking Kyle needs a way to figure out what he's going to do with.
Well, he's got Double Strike. It's an interesting thought. Yeah, he's going to let
that screams trick. That screams trick.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be land, cleave.
Yeah, he's
take 10. And that's going to be game over right there. I mean, you're at 3, and
on turn 6.
Turn 6. He could have had that again. He could have had that a lot earlier.
And I know Kyle isn't running a sideboard because he's not necessarily familiar yet with sideboarding. That's a good card for him. That could stop a few things.
Yeah, but again,
the trample.
Double strike
and the trample
and the double strike. It's not even the trample; it's the double strike. So he's dead.
Yeah.
All he has to do. He can activate one of the Faceless Havens, and he's one more blocker than.
Yeah, he's dead.
He was dead on board. He was dead on board either way. So he was fried. I mean, that was mono red. I mean, if anything, this game lasted maybe a turn or two too long. So, on to game 2. Because trample's a thing. So he's going to take 9 more damage.
Come on, hit the button, App. Hit it.
App. He didn't realize he had to hit the button. There's the button, and dead.
Yeah.
And dead.
Going to game 2.
Well, that was appropriately disgusting. I cannot wait for Embercleave to go away.
Oh, me either. So, I mean, I don't know that he sideboards here. He might not. I mean, he knows he's got such an overpowered deck.
Put some Scorching Dragonfires in there. There's answers. There's things he could do.
I think he's taking the Ox out for the Acroan. Oh, you're just a jerk. It's like, she might get a few creatures out. I'm going to take them.
That's legit. I mean, because if you think about it, that helps him. That helps him get faster Embercleave because he's stealing a creature. Oh, he needs to add another card. Looks like, yeah.
Oh, he took out both of his Oxes.
Just in all 3 Oxes. Put in a burn spell. I'll put one Ox.
Putting the Ox back. Okay. I had a friend whose last name was Ox Big. So his first name was Mike.
It's better than Ox Small.
No, yeah. Well, his first name was Mike. It'll hit you in a minute.
Doesn't hit me at all.
Mike, last name Oxbig. My name is Mike Oxbig. My name's Mike Oxbig.
Oh, okay. All right, so Fervent Champion on turn 1.
Sorry. Interesting.
No, there's no reason not to play Fervent Champion. It has haste, has first strike. He can't block it effectively. Gets in for a damage. He doesn't care about the lifelink. Going for the block. Interesting. Okay. I understand preserving life total, but there was really no reason to chump there. It's way too early for that.
Right. I mean, obviously he's going Robber the Rich next.
Yeah, he's going Faceless Haven, Robber the Rich turn 2. I don't see any reason not to do that.
Although I might put the Charger in and then face. Yeah.
No, that's not mana efficient.
You're right.
Because what he can do, he can drop Robber this turn and then Robber Charger next turn.
Yes.
So Kyle's looking at his options here. He's thinking about what he might want to play, or if he even can play anything.
Actually, I think at this point he said he had to go to the bathroom. No, I'm kidding. Well, really, App? Or he's just showing off now? Interesting. He didn't play at all.
He had no play. At least nothing relevant. He probably had some sort of a combat trick.
Yeah.
Plays an Angel of Vitality, which unfortunately is going to be dead to Shock or Royal Eruption. Take your pick.
No, he's going to.
Yeah, it's going to Robber into Shock into steal your card because you have more cards in hand than me. Hit 5.
He's taking 2 cards from him. Yeah.
Taking 2 cards. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, a Guardian. It's a 5-drop. That's not going to get cast. So he's at 12. He's already in huge danger here.
Yep.
Royal Eruption in hand. Another creature on top of that coming down next turn. He's looking to
a
pacify
land,
something.
if he gets a land, he's going to swing in for. Oh shit, that works.
Well, there's Cleave.
Yeah, but he needs another land. Damn it,
He did.
needed that creature.
But that's still
Yeah. That's
still 3 damage. Still puts him at 8.
Yeah.
He can play. Oh, he's not playing anything. He's going to leave a Royal Eruption, but
I would have probably played the Charger just to get the third creature out so you could attack.
No reason not to.
Yeah.
But I guess he feels like he's so far ahead at this point.
Right.
Little 1/1's not going to really make a difference with the board state, so he's going to let that sit for now. It dies to everything he has on board. There's no reason to Royal Eruption that.
Yeah. He's kind of getting a little mana.
Now he's going face.
Oh, interesting. Well, that's game, right?
Puts him at 6. No, it's not game. He can block. It's just not effectively.
Yeah.
First strike or not. I would have probably blocked the Robber.
Yeah, I probably would have blocked the 2. Yeah.
Preserve 1 life. Or you would have gained 2 life, really. But
right.
Now he's at 4. He's dead on board. 5/5 is interesting, but Embercleave doesn't.
Well, now he's got his 5. Embercleave's going to hit. Yeah,
he had it last turn. Only needed 3. So Cleave dead. So that was Mono Red doing
Kyle
Mono Red
and
things.
Apple. Yeah.
He's going to take 1. He's going to go to 1. So he's at 1 here. Equip it to the Fervent Champion
for free. Yeah.
Why not? And he needs 2 creatures here. He drew a land. There's 1 card in hand. Unless that's gain 5 life, he's dead. Yeah, Charmstray's not going to cut it. And there's another Fervent Champion just cuz. A little extra. And
Good
plus
game.
1/+1.
Come on, App. Say good game. App, say good game. Say good game, App. App.
Was it? It really wasn't, though. It was.
I know, but you still say it. It's like the handshake.
I'm pretty sure there's a constitutional amendment against this. It's called cruel and unusual punishment. Dead on first strike damage.
All right, so that's our first one there.
So, Apple Free cleanly and easily goes over his speed bump.
And App was, let me just double check, because he had a YouTube video. I might be able to make that work. Did he put it up? No. All right, so taking a look at the tournament bracket here. So Apple would go on from here. He would go on to play HP Wizard. Now, he did record that. It's on YouTube. However, he didn't get it to us in time. So the next match we would have, I have queued up, is it's going to be JVA versus Nurse, Gamer VJ. Vic, he's played with us as well on Wednesdays. So let's see. Jake, it's JVA, right? Yeah, Jake. So it's Jake versus Vic. Again, 2 more Commander Craft staples. Mm-hmm. And let's see.
Like we have, looks like JVA is on Sultai Food.
Okay.
Or, is it Sultai Food? Yeah, I see Trail
this
of Crumbs.
This is Vic's first match. He had a bye, so.
Yep, so that's Sultai Food against, looks like a Mutate deck.
Oh, this should be fun.
This is, I see red, blue, green. Do I see any white? I see Omnath Locus of Creation, but I don't see any white sources. I see the World Tree. So this is like Teamer Mutate with a little bit of splashing for Omnath.
Right. So this will be interesting. I think this is under JVA's viewpoint. So is there anything we want to talk about? Should we roll that beautiful bean footage?
I'm just curious to see what happens. So let's fire it away.
All right, we're firing
I
it
think the
off.
food deck's gonna win.
Which one's
that's what
food? JVA?
JVA is playing food,
Yeah.
Sultai food, and I
That's
think
right. You don't have
the
the brackets up, so I'm not going to say because I have the brackets up.
Yeah,
So
I have no idea.
all right.
Double ooze, trail, and Uro.
I would
yeah,
keep that. Yeah, that's a good
any
keep.
hand with an Uro is a keep
Yeah.
because you're not going to be mana screwed. As long as you can cast
Juarez, he mulled.
Okay. Juarez on a mulligan to 6. That's not the worst. He's on the draw, so. Yeah, we got Binding of the Old Titans.
I would.
Are we going to lead with the Binding?
No. Why would you? What?
Well, I mean, that's a recursion thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to lead with Trail of Crumbs, make a food token. He's probably going to go Uro next turn.
I would think so. Yeah, he's getting Oro ready. He's put it. He's like, I'm just gonna put this right here.
So we got a Polywog Symbiote. And JV is like, what does that card do again? Oh, I see a Merfolk Secret Keeper.
Yeah,
we got Mill, boys. Okay, land.
An
no
Oko.
land, so.
Our first Oko of the night.
Okay, so we went from one banned card to another banned card. Oro into Oko. They've each got perfect mana on turn 3, which is nice.
Polywog Symbiote does.
Yep, mutate costs 1 less, and then you mutate, you loot. So he's going to go in for a poke. Oh, flashing in the Sea Dasher. Get a card.
And a
so
mutate.
discard another octopus. This is quickly going to become an elk.
Right.
Oh, we have a blocker if he wants to go that particular route. He can go Secret Keeper if he doesn't want to mill.
Well, he could anyway because he's he could go Secret Keeper and Oko.
He kept, interestingly enough, the octopus on the bottom, keeping it as a 1/3. I would have made it a 2/2 maybe.
Yeah, I probably would have done the same thing.
But now it's a 3/3 with no abilities.
Right.
Now, if you mutate on top of that, does it gain new abilities? That's the $1 million question.
Yeah,
there are certain cards that make it that don't. There's an enchantment that makes it prevents it from getting new abilities with mutate. Oko into Oko.
All right, 2 Okos.
So I imagine you're making a food token and swinging in at his Oko. Boof. So now it's going to be a fight as to whose Oko survives. I imagine you get Island Forest here.
I wonder if he changes his own food token.
Put the forest into play, I think. Yeah, you put the forest into play the island for turn.
Right.
That way you can Secret Keeper into Secret Keeper, unless he has a different strategy.
He has another blue. He has a bright.
Yeah, no, he's going Secret Keeper into 0/4.
Right.
So milling himself for 4. Interesting. Then dropping the Secret Keeper, we're going to.
Oh, I'm thinking he's going to change his own artifact. Yep,
turning a food into an elk
to hit his for 3.
Going into his Oko. So now it's an Oko War of Attrition.
Right.
So he can kill his Oko here. If he turns his food into an elk, he can kill Oko.
Right.
And I imagine that's the play. Yeah, he's looking at his food token. There we go. He can't stop both of those. He probably shouldn't have attacked, honestly. Because he wasn't going to kill his... JVA wasn't going to kill that Oko. And now this one has flying.
I might have put the flying on the elk.
They're both elks.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
But he does not gain flying.
That's right, because it loses all abilities.
Oh, yep. So yeah, for science we learned that.
Why didn't he attack with both? Oh, he wanted a blocker up to protect his Oko.
He could have killed that Oko. Yeah, that was a misplay. I would have gone after it and killed it. I mean, yeah, they both would have lost Okos.
But better to have no Okos than 2.
Yeah. So now he's trading. And he's going to let that trade happen, and he's probably going to kill the Heron after combat. He's going to Scooze first, though. He can Scooze Titan Heartless Act or Scooze Titan Heartless Act or some combination thereof. So he's in pretty good shape right now, JVA. Mage's Oko's at 1. Can't realistically attack because there's enough creatures in the graveyard to make the ooze a 4/4.
Right.
So he's making a food token. Actually, he could make that mage a 5/5. The ooze.
Because
because there's the 3 creature in the graveyard. Oh boy, big boy Starks.
Oh.
But it's not mutated, so
Well,
it's
he
going to be
doesn't
out.
want to. Yeah, he doesn't want to mutate that.
Yeah, it would have been nice to
It
be
might
able
be
to mutate
Heartless
it
Acted,
once.
actually. He may Heartless Act. Oh, no, he's going to Heartless Act the 3/3.
He doesn't have to Heartless Act it. He can just Elk it.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's going to make the ooze big enough, or at least a little bit bigger. Start nuking cards out of Mage's graveyard here. Gain a small modicum of life because the Oko is going to survive this attack, and really that's all that matters. As long as Oko survives, it's still a huge, massive threat. So Scooz is a 3/3. He already used his activation. He's going to let the damage happen.
Interesting. So why upgrade the ooze?
Because he can make it bigger next turn.
Yeah.
And the +1/+1 counters stay even if it gets elked. So kill the Starks. But Ranger's Guile into Hexproof.
Nice.
Let's do it again, because I drew one off the top.
Let's try this again.
Kill the stupid Starks, and then kill Oko and Scoop.
Oh, wow.
That's an early Scoop. He must have had nothing. He must have had absolutely nothing left.
Vic seemed a little salty on that. That seemed like a salty Scoop. Shadow's Verdict, absolutely. I like all of his cards. I would probably throw Mystical in.
Yeah, Dispute's coming in.
I would put the Shadow's Verdict, I think.
He's looking at Elspeth's Nightmare. He's taking out the... What is he taking out here? Eliminates?
Is he going to abandon Escape and just go for sheer control?
I mean, maybe if I was going to take anything out, maybe the Bindings.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily there's no time limit, so he can take as long as he needs to think about sideboarding for this. Putting the Return to Natures. Taking out Mystical Disputes.
Why would you take the Mysticals out?
All he saw was Oko. Well,
But there's a lot of blue.
stuff
It's a
too.
mutate deck. There's going to be blue in there.
Yeah.
I think that's a mistake.
A Gargaroth and a Cultivate. Okay, so he's keeping the Return to Natures, cutting a Gargaroth, and yeah, I don't know. I would have definitely put the Mystical Disputes in there because he's playing a ton of blue.
Right.
And we'll see if it pays off. Keep Oko.
Oh yeah.
no, it's 5 lands, Heartless Act, and Oko with no black source. I'd probably ship this hand. The deck can do much better than that, like that. That's much better. Pitch the island. Yep. Blue source mill. Milling himself.
It's just
Into
trying to
Polychronos Uro.
And Uro. Wow. Oh, Vic's like
That's
shit.
terrifying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Black,
Play it
yeah.
as a black source, yeah.
He's got plenty of green. No, well, he's got the Fable.
He's holding up Heartless Act for his first creature. But it's probably going to be Polywalk Symbiote. And he's like, yeah, I don't really care for that, so let's not.
I probably would have let Polywork sit for a bit and
no, because then he can mutate onto it. No, don't do.
Oh, you moron.
Okay, I see what he wants to do.
Why? What's he doing?
If he wants to play the 4th land, the island, and then he's going to search for the 4. Okay, yeah.
For the 4.
I probably would have Uro'd into Fabled Passage.
That's what I was thinking too.
Now we have Goose. Another symbiote was played by Mage. So we got to draw.
So he's got his 2 lands he needs.
Into island.
Play the swamp for turn.
Swamp. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have anything else he can cast right now because Trail of Crumbs and Goose put the green. He's only got 1 green. He can't escape either Uro. He can almost escape Polychronos. There's a Migratory Greathorn. So he's going to be able to ramp out a little bit of land because it looked like Juarez was a little bit slow on the land drops. He's behind on land, so this will help him catch up a little bit. And as long as JVA doesn't get an Oko, that's going to really make things difficult. It got to the point
Let's see. I almost hit 52-1 here on the soundboard. Sorry about that.
All right, so we got another Merfolk Secret Keeper. We're going to go Goose into Secret Keeper. Mill a little bit.
Yep.
Mill himself.
Try to make it so he can bring back...
He's milling a lot of land, so that's the unfortunate thing. He's got double black available. He's got a big defense, so he can sort of sit back and do what he wants here. Polychronos is online next turn if he wants it to be.
I'm assuming he's doing that.
Because he can't... Well, he can Uro if he wants to. There's a Crawling Barrens.
No, he can't. He doesn't have a green source yet.
He does. He's got the Force and the Goose.
Yeah, that's true. I'd still bring Polychronos back in, though. I think Polychronos, a 12/12 is better than a,
Okay, now we have a big flyer that just ramped him some more lands. The problem is with Polychronos is that even when he casts, he's not going to be able to fight with it right away. Is that a Scoot Swarm in the graveyard?
I do believe it is.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
If he can get that back and get enough lands, that's kind of scary.
Yeah. That'll go sideways quick.
You can scoot it and boot it. He's swinging for some damage here?
He can. He's got the Goose. I mean, unless he wants to block
Why would
Goose.
I would not chump with the Goose. He knew he wants that mana. He needs the double green.
Right.
He doesn't have double green right now.
Would you bring back Earl first, or would you bring back Polychronos?
He's going to bring back Polychronos here because the Heron is out of eliminate range because of the CMC. Nuke a bunch of useless cards in the graveyard. And here comes a 12/12. Lots of heads. So he hasn't. I think he's one mana short. Yeah, he can. If he wants to mutate a the Oryx onto the Heron there, he can get a lot of triggers.
Right.
Hey, there you go.
Here come the triggers.
Draw a card, discard a card, fetch a land, and get a bunch of permanents into play. Because that's the second or third time it's mutated. 3 times. Oh my God!
Wow.
Fiery Emancipation,
Omnath
into Omnath and Pouncing Shore Shark. Holy crap! Everything deals triple damage now. Swing for 18.
Yeah.
He has a way to pump that. Can you pump it?
He's only got one
give
green.
It +1+1. That's game. He has a pump spell for 1 green. There it is. That's 21 damage.
That's 21 damage.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Out of nowhere, dead.
Maybe
Game
you should have
3,
kept that
sir.
mystical dispute in there.
Well, he was right to put in the Return to Natures.
Yeah, he was.
Oh my goodness. Mystical disputes are immediately in.
Why would you take
Return to Natures go back out?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
I gotta
really
be honest.
To
I probably would have took Oko out. At least one.
No, Oko's still good because you can't mutate new stuff onto it.
True.
That's a decent hand.
That's a pretty good. Yeah.
Goose into dispute with be able to cast eliminate.
He's kind of looking at a control mindset at this point.
For me personally, I just love the fact that Fiery Emancipation entered the battlefield because I think that card is amazing.
So do I.
And it doesn't get played nearly enough. I mean, yeah, it's not a good card. It's so expensive. Hello, turn 2 Oko. Don't
Blue.
mind if I do.
You want blue?
Yeah, but this guy, he's got blue up, so he could have Mystical Dispute here. The question is he going to go for it? He is not going to go for it. He smells a counter. He smells a counterspell because the Snarl came in untapped. Essence Symbiote, that's fine. He can eliminate it and still play Oko next turn.
I don't think he's gonna. I think he's saving the eliminate for when something gets bigger because you got beat like that. That's a mindset. You're like, oh no, I'm gonna need that.
Okay, he can Oko. He's got mana up for Mystical Dispute. We're gonna Elk something maybe.
Yeah, I would Elk that.
Yep, that's going to be elked. He can't kill it. So Oko's going to probably take a hit here, but he's going to hopefully eliminate whatever mage tries to cast with a Mystical Dispute. Going in for 3. Sure, Oko can take it. He's a champ.
Not a chump. He's a champ.
And
interesting. All right.
He's got Mystical Dispute open, or the Ranger's Guile.
Right.
Elk the food. no attacks.
Interesting.
Fabled Passage untapped, so he can fetch a land if he wants it. There's a red, so Temur mana is available. What do we got going on here?
Omnath?
He can eliminate in response to the cast.
He can play
if he tries to
Omnath.
mutate onto it. He's mutating Shore Shark. So he can eliminate and also Mystical Dispute.
Right.
If he so chose. Because that spell's still on the stack. Okay, left it on there. He doesn't care.
I don't think he knew really. Because Mutate has been kind of, because of Throne, Mutate's like a mechanic not many have played against, really.
Well, it was still on the stack, so he could have done it. So he can he's elking another food, so he has 2 blockers now. Drop another Fabled Passes because he's drawn 3 of them already. He's swinging in for 3.
Trying to get
looking
rid of
for
the
a
shark.
trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking for a trade. If not, he's got 2 blockers. I don't see how Mage can't kill both of them because he won't have the mana.
Right.
Going for the Mutate on the Great Horn.
And
he says, no, thank you. No responses, which means he's got nothing else in his hand he can cast that's really useful. At least at instant speed. Yay, Magic Arena automatically telling you whether or not you have something. Mutate a Parcel Beast on top instead, which is going to bounce
I
a creature.
love that he's doing... I see what he's doing here. Did he play full control to make it look like he had something?
No, he just it auto
okay.
yielded or passed priority, which I think sucks. So you want to chump with the goose, make a food token. Yeah, he's gonna block and make a food before damage, which is smart because then he can generate another blocker with Oko, which is one of the reasons why he was banned. There's a Heartless Act, which will very neatly take care of that thing. Goodbye. Yes. Make another Elk. Swing in for 6. Oko is very
a surprisingly good matchup.
Play another Fabled Passage. He's drawn a lot of land.
Yeah.
JVA, that's the only thing keeping him alive right now is the fact that he's playing one of the most powerful Planeswalkers ever printed. Tuk Rubble Fort. That's okay. And the Polywalk Symbiote. That ain't gonna cut it, boys. Okay, he's got haste. I'm not scared. Oko takes the damage, whatever. Fabled Passage, fetch out another land. GG from Mage. I feel a scoop coming. There's another Eliminate, if he so chose. He's going to make a food. Swing for 6. Whatever Mage tries to mutate onto, he's just going to get eliminated.
Right. I love Mage just like, good game. No, good game.
Yeah, this is pretty much over here. Another Polywog, whatever. Don't really care. They both have haste. It's still not enough to kill Oko. He's going to hold him back for blockers. Hello, Uro. Let's just see if anything happens here. Nope.
And it's Christmas.
Gain 3, draw a card, put a land into play. Beautiful. We're going to Elk a food. No, we're not. Are we casting Oko?
No, he's trying to see if he can ultimate Oko. He might try to exchange his food token and kill him with one of his own creatures. He's trying to see if that's what he wanted to do.
He's GGing again.
Yeah, so he's seeing if he takes one of his creatures and eliminates another, it's a win.
He's going to Elk.
Yeah. And he's going to eliminate one.
Swing for 9.
I probably would have eliminated before block. Oh, wow. Mage just given up, yeah.
He saw the writing on the wall. That game 2 win was amazing. But the food deck, yeah, it shows one of the reasons why it was so dominant for the brief period of time it was legal and standard.
Yeah. So this one, yeah. Okos are ding dong ridiculous. I'm glad it's gone. I think this match is Spawn of Muldrotha versus, I think this is Hippofam. Let me double check my folder here. Because I went ahead and created a playlist today. Oh, this is Bowfinger versus Muldrotha. So Hippofam beat Muldrotha. I think we saw that last time we did this. So now this is Bowfinger fan who beat Mumbledown. So this is Bowfinger versus Muldrotha. So
Muldrotha is playing 4-color Ultimatum, Genesis Ultimatum. Bowfinger fan is also playing 4-color Ultimatum. This is a Omnath mirror match. We are going to see some ridiculous nonsense here. Hang on to your butts.
Yeah, this is going to be insane. All right, let's give this a shot. I'll push the play button over here. Yeah, by the way, using 2 computers is the best way to do this. I didn't realize that I should have edited this.
It's fine. It's going. All right.
All right, so here we go. Bowfinger fan. We're looking at Bowfinger versus Spawn.
All right. So we got Goose into Oko into Escape.
That's not even a thought. Keep.
Nap keep. He's got all of his colors. He's 1 mana away from being able to cast Escape to the Wilds. He's already got a turn 2 Oko. This is pretty gross. And Spawn of Muldrotha has to mulligan. That ain't good, folks.
No.
You really want to come flying out of the gates with this deck, especially if it's a mirror, because it's going to be over in a flash here. So Spawn has to have an answer for the Goose right now.
Right.
Or, yeah. So we're looking at it from Bowfinger's perspective. He's got the red. Does he have the shock? Any way to kill that? No. So we have the turn 2 Oko. There really wasn't anything that he could have done to kill the... he doesn't have anything main board that would have been able to kill the Goose turn 1. So right. Turn 2 Oko was inevitable. He can kill the Goose now, but now it doesn't matter. We can do Omnath if we'd like. I think that's where he's headed. Make a food... Make an Omnath? Yep.
Yeah, that way you can make the Omnath.
Sacrifice that food, sure. Yeah. It's delicious. Delicious white mana. No way to counter that in green. Gross.
What's Muldrotha playing again?
They're both playing 4-color Ultimatum.
Ah.
So Bowfinger is miles ahead right now. There's Oko. So he will elk this Omnath, unfortunately not realizing that Bowfinger has another Omnath sitting pretty. I would play that Hengegate Pathway.
Or I would actually play Omnath first and then play the land. He's trying to get the extra life. Play Omnath again. I would do what you did before.
The life really wouldn't matter at this point. But he could...
He could
play the Triome and then Omnath, or he could play the Hengegate Pathway on white and still have food open to turn it into an elk to kill his Oko.
I think he's gonna. Also, okay, he's making the.
He's
wow. Okay, then, interesting.
Okay, so he's got a couple lands there. I see Once Upon a Time, another Escape to the Wilds, a Felidar Retreat.
Yeah, he wants the blue. He's trying to represent, I've got Mystical
Making
Dispute.
A food. I probably would have killed Spawn's Oko here.
Is Oko already at 10?
Yeah, his Oko's at 10.
Jesus Christ.
He's made a couple food tokens, and yeah, it's been pretty gross. He's so far behind, Spawn is. Beanstalk Giant, that ain't gonna cut it, folks. He could cast an Ultimatum. No, he can't cast Ultimatum next turn. He can cast Escape to the Wilds next turn.
Yeah, but I think
he's gonna need something big here.
Well, yeah.
So Felidar Retreat.
Interesting. I probably would have played Once Upon first, and then.
No, here's what he can do. He can turn the elk into the food into an elk. Play a land. Give all of his creatures +1/+1, and vigilance. And that will kill his Oko, and he can still swing in for 4 damage.
Right.
Actually, more than that. 5 damage.
Wow. Swinging in for 9 damage.
Food going at Oko, and the other 5 going face. So kill Oko, 5 damage to face. He can cast Once Upon a Time. He's going to lose the other Escape to the Wilds, but who really cares? Because, hey, look.
I would put Uro in the graveyard. I would take the Lotus Kamra. I gotta take the Lotus.
It doesn't go in the graveyard. Once Upon a Time puts it on the bottom.
Oh, does it? Yeah, I probably would take Uro then in that place.
Uro. I mean, he's got the game in hand. He can't cast Spawn. Can't cast Ultimatum. He can only cast Escape to the Wild. There's really nothing else in his deck. I mean, he's got his own Omnath.
And Bowfinger's probably going to Ultimatum next turn.
Oh, he's going to get the activation for 4 mana. He doesn't have a reason to steal that. He doesn't need to. Okay, so he'll get some mana. So he's still got 5 mana. He can cast Escape to the Wilds. Okay. Play another land, possibly?
Is that Kenrith?
No Kenrith. Lotus Cobra. It is Kenrith, yep. So it deals 4 to that Oko. Unfortunately, he can make a food and Ultimatum here if he so chose.
Yeah. I would probably Oak or Omnath first, play a land, alt Ogun or Uro, get the second land, get the mana, and then go to town.
Yeah, but he might be trying to end the game right here. Going for legendary rule. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can Omnath, kill the elked token, elked copy of it.
Right. Well, now
Play
he thought he
Uro.
could keep both. He's thinking now.
Yeah, because so what'll happen if he does that play? He gets the new Omnath. He plays Uro. He gets 2 lands. He still has 4 mana, which I guess doesn't really do much for him. So he's gonna Uro first.
Right.
Okay, there's a forest. It's an untapped land. That's nice.
Put the Triome in.
Doesn't really matter.
Put the Triome tapped. Yeah. All right.
It doesn't really matter. He gets that untapped if that's the case. If that's what he wants to do. So +1/+1 counters on everything. Play the Triome. Get another activation of Felidar Retreat. I mean, that is 6/12. That's 12 damage on the board right now. With Oko at 7 loyalty.
It's 18 damage.
Yeah, it's 18, but he can block 1.
Right.
So he's looking at 12.
Well, no, 15. Oh, no, yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying now, yeah. He might want Omnath to stay alive. He might take 18. Or he might take 15.
He's dead on board. He'll take 18 if he doesn't block.
He didn't block.
So he's at 1. And he's at 1. So he's going to Elk Omnath. He still has a land play if he wanted it, so he didn't take it. He's going to cycle.
No, that was the
Triumph.
cycle. He had a cycle.
Yeah.
He could cycle the Triumph.
All right, so what's the play here? What can he possibly do? He can ultimatum.
He could play the other Omnath to get rid of it. He could ultimatum.
He needs to ultimatum and hit like the nuts.
Yeah.
That's about his only out.
If he has ultimatum in his hand, because I don't think he has an ultimatum up top.
No.
So
he's got an Omnath,
he's got to have an
Lotus
ultimatum.
Cobra land.
Yeah, he's got to have an ultimatum in hand, and I don't know if he does, or I would automatically play.
He's got to hit like 3 creatures. 2 of them have to fly.
He doesn't have ultimatum, or he wouldn't have played Omnath.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have it. I think he's looking to see what he might have. Drawing maybe into something, possibly. I don't know what would
for
save
like
him
an
here.
Evolving Wilds or a Fabled Passage to get the
There's nothing that he has that would save him.
to get the 4 life.
Right now.
Yeah,
Playing Lotus Cobra, that's 2 creatures.
That's
You're
just a
only
blocker.
at -5. Okay, he's getting mana.
so he's got what 1, 2,
Eating
3.
a food. So he must not know that Bowfinger has a land in hand. He's hoping he doesn't have a land in hand because land is dead.
Right.
Because the +1/+1 counters on the geese is 8 damage in the air. 2 foods. That's extra creatures. And him with 2 lands.
Does he ultimatum or does he just take him out? Does he? I would play with my food a little bit. You want to see what the ultimatum does?
Yeah, but that's also
Oh, dude, that's just
swap.
mean.
Well,
He's playing with his food.
It's making sure that he's dead on board, giving him another land drop.
He's playing with his food. Watch, he's gonna.
He also gets the extra mana from the Lotus Cobra as well, so that's not a bad play.
You gonna
See, now he's styling.
He's ultimatum.
Yeah, he's just styling at this point.
He's gonna ultimatum. Of course he is.
Yep, there
Why
it is.
not?
Ultimatum. What do we hit? Let's see.
Jeez.
Spawn's being good. Dispute. It's like, no, you're not gonna style on me. Just kill me. If you're gonna kill me, kill me. Oh, he had the mana to pay. He had the mana to pay. All that stuff comes into play.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my lord. Another +1/+1 counter. Another +1/+1 counter. Another +1/+1 counter. Let's add some red mana and give guys haste. How's that sound? Here, let's do this. Okay, haste. +1/+1 counter.
Hey, Bowfinger, if you're
that
listening, you guys suck.
20, 34, 41, 49 trample damage.
Apollo, if you can get it to me through Dropbox, I'll get it in this set.
Yeah, so I mean he was dead before that happened anyway, but I guess he just wanted to make sure. Killed him basically 3 times in that one attack. So sideboarding in the mirror, you probably want Mystical Disputes. Muldrotha was playing Mystical Dispute in the main, which was interesting. Maybe Disputes, maybe Disdainful Strokes. The Confounding Conundrum might be a good one to put in there. Maybe the Scoot Swarm, try to go wide. Looking at Muldrotha's deck, he doesn't have the Felidar retreats
Right.
except in his sideboard. So now it's just a question of does he think he's going to put that in? So he's
Scoot
going with Scoot
Swarms are,
Swarm,
yeah.
going with Mystical Disputes, going with the Conundrums.
Bowfinger wants to play with his food.
No, this is what you do because it shuts down that strategy. Cutting a couple Okos, cutting an Uro, cutting Once Upon a Times, a Lotus Cobra, and looks like an Omnath.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's see what if Muldrotha can come back game 2 to even this back up. Muldrotha will be on the play here, I imagine. Triumph, Pathway, Crag Crown. That's still a turn 1 Goose. That's a keep, yeah. Muldrotha mulling again. This one's going to hurt more because he's mulling to 6 on the play. So Forest, Goose. Looks like it's Triumph next turn unless he draws an Oko or an Uro. It's another Triumph, so it doesn't hurt to play that Triumph and just hold, basically. He could have played the Pathway and maybe made another food if he so wanted to. It looks like he's going for the Felidar Retreat next turn. 3 mana. There's a Thundering Rebuke, killing the Goose, putting back Bowfinger a little bit. So we're going to go Triumph into Pass, because that's really all you can do. So Bowfinger with a much slower start this time around. Spawn is sort of representing a Mystical Dispute. Bowfinger fan kind of sniffs it. So he's going to try to see if he can fish it out with a Confounding Conundrum. Yep, he had one. There it is. So he kind of saw that coming.
Right.
He'll play the Pathway. So I imagine he's going to go maybe retreat. There's Omnath. Retreat into Passage or Pathway next turn. Or he might just do Escape to the Wilds. Gain 4. 4 mana. 5 mana, really. So he can Escape to the Wilds himself, Spawn. So there's your manas. There's Escape. Is there another land? Yes, there is. We can get triple trigger here. Now, if he's smart, he won't pop that Fabled Passage. Okay, good. So he has at least 2 activations next turn, with a Negate and a Terror of the Peaks and two lands in exile. So we're going to go Felidar Retreat, into Fabled Passage, make a Kitty Cat, probably get a green source here, cast the Goose, make another cat. So he's going wide a little bit. So he's got some mana, he's got some options. Spawn's going to go, I imagine, land from exile.
Right.
Lotus Cobra first. Okay, so he's got a
Ooh.
ton of mana. All right, so first it's going to be the Forest into red source. Going to cast that Terror of the Peaks yet? He's going to get the extra mana first. So from playing 2 lands, he gets 6 mana. Terror of the Peaks, floating a blue. Gross. And we're not casting anything else. We're just sitting with Negate. That's going to go away. Swinging in with Omnath. Are we trading? Are we going to trade 2 tokens for an Omnath? Then the answer is going to be yes, because, yeah, I would too. Omnath is dangerous enough. Negate goes away. He plays Lotus Cobra. He's got mana to cast the Escape to the Wilds of his own. And to make another Kitty Cat. So we're escaping. Hitting 2 Fabled Passages. That's pretty good. So make another cat. Mana, I'm going to think, does he want to go a little bit wider, or is he going to start putting +1/+1 counters on things?
I think he's gonna put the counters, I gotta imagine.
He is getting blue.
Interesting, okay.
And, yeah, he's going for the counters. getting more green, casting another Lotus Cobra. He's got a pretty impressive board state here. The problem is if Spawn starts playing creatures, Terror the Peak's gonna start picking these things off one by one.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't look like he does. He's just going in for the attack right now. Chump block by the Goose. Are we gonna cast Once Upon a Time? Looks like. Sacking of food. Going fishing. What do we get? 5 lands. Oh my god. Well, Fabled Passage is good because he's got the Felidar Retreat, and he can play the other Felidar Retreat that's in his exile right now to get double triggers off of every land. Spawns down to 2 cards in hand. It did not have the he did not have an ultimatum. Leading off with Omnath, which resolves. Probably wanted to try to cast the putting +1/+1 counters on things. I think he wanted to try to cast that retreat before he started playing lands, but he couldn't because the Goose died. Now he has extra mana. He's going to cast the Felidar Retreat. Okay, now things are going to start to get nuts. Sacrifice a land. Here we go. Doesn't matter what. Let's get yeah, sure, red. Why not? 2 Lotus Cobra triggers, 2 Felidar Retreat triggers. +1/+1 counters on everybody. Plus lands. 6 mana available. Let's Kenrith into Haste and Trample. Turn on full control. Oh, it left the blue up. Oh, he still has a red.
He still got a red.
He still has a red from the mountain. Stupid auto tapper. He's gonna draw a card. There's a GG. There's the Haste and Trample, and that's 12, 18, 23, 35 trample damage.
Jesus.
So it's basically the same way the first game ended. Felidar Retreat going to town. Good lord. So in 2 attacks, Bowfinger Fan dealt nearly 100 damage.
That is insane.
With 2 attacks. Felidar Retreat is still legal, boys and girls. Just remember that. Fabled Passage is gone, though.
1 second. I am trying to get... He did send us... Apollo just sent it. So, hold on a second. I'm trying to get it. Because that would be the next one we'd want to put. So...
So I would say that, I mean, obviously the star of the deck was the main board Felidar Retreats for Bowfinger. That won him both games. Just being able to grow his army so much more with multiple landfall triggers in a turn. I think there was one turn he ramped up everybody by +3/+3. Yeah, that's gross with the vigilance on top of that, and then Kenrith giving them all haste and trample. That's just nasty.
Yeah, Kenrith is a really good card that didn't get as much play as I thought it would.
Well, it has to be played in a 5-color, basically a 5-color deck. I mean, if you don't, the black ability is the weakest. It's also the most expensive. So the red and the green abilities are the ones that you're looking at.
Yeah,
giving guys haste counters.
I really like Kenrith. I've it's a card
when the buy a box promo sees serious tournament play. There you go.
Yeah,
I mean it's not as bad as Nexus of Fate, but yeah.
Well, nothing beats Nexus of Fate. That
was such a mistake. Kenrith was, I think, the second most powerful of the unique buy a box promos that they put out. And they've shied away from that, which part of me is kind of sad about, because it was nice to be able to have that little extra perk of hey, this is an extra card in the set. But at the same time, I can understand why they went away from it, because it's harder to, I guess, test those cards in that kind of a vacuum. Because you want the card to be something splashy, but if you go a little too far, we're in the situation where we were with Nexus of Fate.
Exactly. And so, all right, I have managed to get this...
Pixelate the screen.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Hold on a second.
So many pixels.
How do I get out of the playlist viewer here? Oh, good.
There we go. That's now it's clear.
All right, that's Bowfinger Fan versus Spawn Rosa. That was good.
That's the old one.
All right, so that's good. Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez. There we go.
Oh,
Apple Freak
geez,
and
Rick.
HP Wizard.
Yes. So, all right. So, Bowfinger fan. Let me see. Checking the bracket here. Sorry, guys. I'm doing stuff like ad hoc, which is why. Thanks for carrying that, Aramis. So, Spalding Muldroth, Bowfinger fan won. He's going to go on to face Jagro in the semis. So, keeping it in the quarterfinal round. JVA D-Soons, we've already seen. So, this is Apple versus HP Wizard. What we don't have is Jagro. I don't believe we have Jagro versus Last Straw. So that will, So just to let you know, in that game, Jagro plays Last Straw, and he beats Last Straw. So he's going on to the semis. So Bowfinger's going to end up playing Jagro. So this now is Apple Freak versus HP Wizard. Winner of this is going to play D-Soons from Jake earlier. So let's see. Do you want to take a look at the deck lists?
Yeah, so we saw Apple Freak earlier. He's playing mono red. HP Wizard is playing another of the 4-color Omnath Genesis Ultimatum decks. So a little bit of a different build. I don't see the Felidar Retreats in this one.
Right.
I see Kenrith. There's Terror of the Peaks. Royal and Regrowth for a little bit more land drop. So he's a little more dependent on his landfall triggers than the other ones, but not quite the same payoffs.
Right.
So we'll see.
Well, let's roll that beautiful bean footage. So, all right.
Omnath in and of itself could be enough to carry the game.
Right.
It's that disgusting, but we're looking at it from Apple Freak's perspective.
So mono red perspective again. Faceless. I was gonna say, why would you start with?
Play the shock because you bolt the bird.
Yes. Even though there's no bird.
Oh, there will be a bird. He's got to hedge his bets against bird. So let's see. Green source bird. Nobody wants to see your start menu.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? What are you doing?
There's the forest.
Goose?
And passing to attackers.
Interesting.
I don't think he has a goose. No goose. All right. So we're going to go mountain into conspiracy, into Robber the Rich, fetch a card, see what kind of goodies we get. Hey, Terror the Peaks is good. That does things, right?
And when Faceless Haven attacks, even if he gets rid of the Robber of the Rich, he can guess that shit. That's why Faceless Haven is such a pain in the ass.
Never mind the fact that it's hard to kill.
Yes.
Green into blue, there's a Lotus Cobra, which will immediately die.
Right.
So we're going to go shock into second Robber, into steal 2 more cards. Why not?
Merry Christmas to me.
Trigger. Let's see what we steal this time.
Land and
a Roiling Regrowth.
Nice.
Okay, so he can mono red ramping.
I would have played the Faceless Haven, I think, on turn 3 so that you could attack with it this turn, but okay.
He can Bone Crusher into a Conspiracy Theorist next turn if he so chooses. He's so far ahead on having fewer cards in his hand.
Right.
And he's successfully stunted HP Wizard's growth right now because he's had a slow start, which is a death knell against mono red. Another Lotus Cobra. I think it's going to get stepped on.
Yeah.
Oh, into Fabled Passage.
Oh, now he's like, oh, wait a second.
So he's cracking the Fabled Passage. He got a green from the first trigger. What's he grabbing from the second trigger? I would say probably
blue?
red.
Red, probably, yeah.
Grabbing a mountain, but what's the mana that he gets? So it is red for the land, double green.
Double green.
Into an emergent sequence.
Ooh.
Since he's had 2 other lands into the battlefield, this will be a 3/3. He gets another mana, red.
Does nothing
Makes
with
me
it.
see, does he? He's not playing shock.
Stompy, stomp, stomp.
Stomp that Cobra. It's gotten enough value. I'm sure he would have killed the land if he could have. 2 more triggers from the Conspiracy Theorist. Land and Emergent
From
Ultimatum.
the robbers, you mean? Conspiracy Theorist still in his hand.
Yeah, from the robbers. He's casting the Theorist. That's what I meant. So he's got an ultimatum he can cast once he gets to 7 mana. He can cast that Terror of the Peaks next turn if he wants to as well.
And he should.
There's Omnath.
So 2 lands
Draw
are coming.
card. 1 land.
I think he'll probably...
If he has a Fabled Passage, you'll get 2.
Oh, okay. There
just the 1. Gain 4 life, which is not nothing. All right, so no cards in hand.
I would have
so
waited.
Fox
I would have
is
cast.
real good.
I would have cast the fate. I would have cast the.
No, it's
Peaks.
draw 3. That's draw
true.
3.
That's true.
Refill your hand. That's the one thing red has a problem with is redrawing their hand. Okay, we get a Lotus Cobra. We get a Uro. That's right, because the Conspiracy Theorist. So that's a trigger off of that. Okay, trade 1, take 4, go to 10. Ox of Agonis is big enough to block stuff. Okay,
I
there's
think
Escape to the
Wizard's going to have
Wilds.
a problem here.
2 lands. There's 4 life. There's 4 mana. That's 6 mana.
Uro?
Casting another Omnath, maybe?
I would
Trading
cast
Omnath?
Uro. I would cast Uro.
Gain some more life. Yeah, that's not wrong. That's not a bad play. If he draws another land, he can...
Especially because he can then drain him for 4.
He's still got 3 mana open. Draw a card, play a land. He's got a land.
If he's got a land, yeah, then
Boom. And it's in a wild, so he has another set of triggers next turn if he wants it.
Or if he played the Uro again. Oh, he doesn't have 4.
He can't have he doesn't have double green.
Yeah. Not Uro, I mean Omnath.
That's still a very good turn right there. Gain a bunch of life
I
back.
feel like, you got a lot of value off that turn. Oh, shit.
Apple Freak has an Ember Cleave.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. What are you doing?
He's
You have a
getting out of
Terror
counterspell.
of the Peaks that needs 5, dude.
He has an Ember Cleave.
Oh, that's true. So
He
that's
doesn't
coming
care.
in for 2. Yeah. He's going to put that on
Steal
the
a
Ox.
land. Steal an Oko.
Oh, dear.
Do we want to pay for Conspiracy Theorist? Nah. Go ahead, make your blocks.
Ox is going to get... It's 8.
He's not going to trade. He's going to try to
do
eat
12.
Robert.
So he's going to get 12 damage through. He's going down to 5.
There's the Ember Cleave. Here comes the... Okay, he's sacrificing a land, gaining 4 life. He doesn't have Mystical Dispute. So that's going on. The Robber the Rich to kill
Interesting.
the Omnath and trample through. Puts him at 11. So he took 10 damage that turn. Play your Lotus Cobra.
Which,
he has a
which
mountain
I
in
like,
hand.
because with Terror of the Peaks next turn, it's over.
He doesn't need Terror of the Peaks.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Escape to the Wilds. Okay, he's got
Fables.
2 Fabled Passages.
But he's got no mana to play
He's-
Omnath. That's what sucks.
He can play 1 Fabled Passage, get a red source, cast Omnath. Or no, he needs no, that's a Plains. So he would need, he can't cast Omnath. He has got a green source into Fabled Passage. He's going to lose all his landfall triggers just to get that. Look at all those cards in exile. Holy moly. Get a red source, cast Omnath. He's going to lose the other Omnath.
Right.
But I believe he's dead on board.
I do too. Oh, shit.
Landfall trigger.
red. Yeah.
Torbrin and
And scene.
Let's put it on this guy since you're tapped out, basically. And good night.
Thanks for
Sweet prince.
playing. Thank you
One
for
trigger
flying, Mono
only.
Red Enterprises.
Block this. Now, the one thing is, even though Torbrin deals extra damage, he has to assign the 7 damage first, and it won't trample the way you think. Yeah. And then the rest of it goes through, and he's just murdered. It didn't matter, but still.
Yeah.
So Mono Red, I don't know. I wouldn't call that stealing a game. I think that he had a really good hand.
Yeah.
I think that the Emergent Ultimatum deck probably should have. Well, you can't play around Shock,
Right.
but at the same time,
And the fact that he's playing Shock with Stomp, which in the most
Yeah.
Mono Red, you do not see that. Most Mono Red is Stomp, no Shocks.
well, the biggest reason for that is because in the standard with the ban list, there's no reason to play Shock because Gilded Goose, there's no 3-drop that's that scary.
Right.
Now with the no ban list, Goose on turn 1 means Oko or Uro on turn 2, which is terrifying. So having Shock is actually very, very good. I think HP Wizard couldn't play around Shock, but he probably should have mulliganed a little more aggressively to try to get a Goose on turn 1. Because either the Goose or the Snake was going to die right away, either way. But at least it gets that out of his hand a turn earlier. The Wizard's on the draw here. Another Robber the Rich. No Shock, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if he mulled this hand.
No, I think he'll keep it. He loves that Robber the Rich right now. I would put the red out.
Well-
I'd scare him a little.
But again, HP Wizard leading with a non-Goose play, basically saying I don't have it. So he could lead safely with the Faceless Haven, although that he could have bluffed a Shock by playing green,
Yeah,
playing the Mountain and going auto full control. Tangled Florahedron. Stomp it. Always bolt the bird.
Always bolt the bird.
Always bolt the bird, or in this case, cut the weeds.
Jesus.
Or would it be whack the weed? Yeah, it would be whack the weed.
Ooh.
Into
That
Beanstalk
sounds
Giants.
dirty.
So we're getting red. So Omnath is coming next turn. He's got all his mana for Omnath, or even Escape to the Wilds.
Right. Well,
Robber
he's
the
going to
Rich
start
won't
not enough
trigger.
to steal anything. Yep.
Yep. So Omnath.
And that's why he's got Soul Seer in there. I can't blame him.
Oh, no Omnath.
No Omnath yet.
So maybe Escape to the Wilds.
It's got to be.
Going for double green into Escape. We got a Royal Eruption, or a Roiling Regrowth. We got looks like a Lotus Cobra, and I can't see what that other card is. That might be. Is that a Scorching Dragonfire? No.
I think so.
Well, that's Cinderclasm.
Oh, wow. Okay, interesting.
That kills 2/2s.
Yes.
So are we stomping to get some extra damage in? Just going in for 4.
Well, yeah, he would have stomped if it would have got him below so that he could have got the double trigger. Otherwise, he's going to hold it back.
Yeah, so we can do Roiling Regrowth here. Get a couple more lands.
I think he'll Embercleave next. He'll attack with, if the robbers survive, he'll attack with the robbers. Bring in Embercleave.
No, they're not surviving this turn. He just played Fabled Passage. He's going to get double red. He's going to kick the Cinderclasm. Because you kind of have to here.
I would agree with that.
Trying to see if there's anything else he can cast. Yep, Cinderclasm kicked. 2 damage to each creature. Boom. Goodbye, robbers. Nice effective board wipe there. Stabilize a little bit. Follow up with anything? Cobra.
I can't blame him there.
Which will immediately get stomped. But that's slowed down things quite a bit. So he's going to ox.
I might have oxed. I don't know that I would have played.
Actually,
that
no. I meant to say Bone Crusher. That's good because you don't want to discard Embercleave. Soul Seer kills Omnath. I think it also kills. Well, it doesn't kill Oko, but he still hasn't drawn.
He still hasn't hit his Omnath.
No, he hasn't. So he's gone through 3 Fabled Passages, which is a lot of the ways that he gets.
You don't think he would have boarded it out, do you? I mean, he's gotten 20 cards into his deck now.
He gains a lot of life from that. That's just bad luck. He does have an Immersion Ultimatum, but I think that was already. He can cast that next turn. There's a possible kicked Royal Eruption, so he's got a lot of damage. Here comes Embercleave.
I figured that was going to happen. He's going to swing in for
There's
9.
10, so he's dead on board.
10, yeah.
HP Wizard's dead on board because if he doesn't gain 12 life this turn, Royal Eruption into Bone Crusher Giant will end the game. So there's the ultimatum. He's got to hit something crazy here.
Omnath, land.
Double Omnath.
No
Uro.
land.
He got an Uro. He's going to draw 2 cards.
Draw 3. Yeah, draw 4 cards. Because
He
the
gained
Omnath
some
came
life.
in. Yeah.
He gained a bunch of life there, so that's what he needed. He needed to gain a ton of life, and he got it. Emergent Sequence. Okay. That's another land.
That's 4
Get
mana.
some mana. Casting an Oko, maybe?
I would cast the
Oh,
Oko.
he's casting something on that Bone Crusher. What does he got? I can't. The unfortunate thing is that we can't see what cards he has up there. We can't really read them. Oko.
Yeah, he was saying if he wants to elk the.
I think you elk.
I think you elk. You definitely elk the. Elk the
elk the
Ember.
Embercleave.
Ooh, I
Elk
like
the
that. I like that a lot.
Problem is he's got a lot of damage here.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know about Royal Eruption or Soul Seer.
No, that's what I'm saying. Apple Freak has a lot of damage. 5 damage to a planeswalker or a creature. Let's exile Omnath. Oh, that kills. It doesn't exile. It just loses indestructible. That's what it does.
I think he's gonna. Is he
Swing
gonna,
for 7.
Is he gonna stomp?
Because he doesn't care. He doesn't care about Oko. He's got pressure.
Does he stomp for 2 or does he?
No, not right now. He doesn't have to yet. He can stomp the land in response to it being elked if he tries to turn the land into a 5/5.
Right.
We got a Beanstalk Giant, 10/10 Beanstalk Giant.
That's a problem.
Pretty effective blocker. He could elk the Bone Crusher Giant to turn into a 3/3. Oh, he's making a food token to gain some life. Okay, that
I
makes
might
sense.
have still tried the food though. I might have tried to elk the island. I would have tried to elk the island to get 5 in, to have a 5/5 blocker.
Making the food token is good because he can gain some life. He's at 6 right now. He's not quite dead on board.
Can he kick the Royal?
He can kick the royal, go in for 5 damage on something. He could actually royal the land, turn the Faceless Haven into a 4/3, and then attack for lethal. No, it wouldn't be lethal because he'd gain 3 life. But he could put a ton of pressure on the board if he does that. Or he could double Bone Crusher. I mean, he's got a couple different plays he could do here. He's firmly in the lead. It's tenuous because the ultimatum deck can come back in a flash, but he's got options here. He could Royal Eruption face and hope to draw another burn spell.
Because Wizard's got a full grip, so
yeah, that's the scary thing.
So Wizard can do another ultimatum.
He's turning the Faceless Haven into a creature. He's going to swing for 11. And HP Wizard has to block the land and the giant, I believe. So Bone Crusher's going to run to the Beanstalk. And he's going to chump with the Faceless Haven. Oh, he's going to chump the... Okay,
Interesting.
He's going to hit the... Yeah, block the 4/3, take 3, go to 3. I mean, it's a chump either way, but I would maybe preserve a point of life here. Scorching Dragonfire on the Faceless Haven. That will do it. That's a good chump. Tap it for mana, I guess. Might as well use it.
But you don't have any instants.
That exiles that. He's got the Royal Eruption.
But that's sorcery.
But it doesn't... Oh, that is a sorcery. Okay. I thought it was an instant for some reason. I was thinking of Shivan Fire. Royal Eruption for a regular amount. He's at 3. Definitely not dead on board. So the
and he can't attack with the Beanstalk.
There's an Omnath.
Oh, this could get sideways quick.
Play a land. He's almost out of Fabled Passages though. He only got 1 left. So he'll gain 4 life, go back up to 7. The Beanstalk Giant's a 10/10.
He might be trying to bring the Uro in.
I would not elk that food, that's for sure.
No, I would bring the Uro in, probably.
That's what he's thinking about. He's got the mana to do it. And if he hits another land, he can possibly escape into the wilds again. He's looking at it. Yep, here he comes. Here comes Uro. Go up to 10. Draw a card. Hopefully have land. No land. But 10 mana is pretty healthy. And with a 10
life,
10,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's 2 swings and you're dead. So, boom. Chonk you for 10. There's another Royal Eruption. That's not lethal.
No, it's not.
He could kill Omnath. But he can't attack. He's thinking about it. I would maybe double... I mean, you could double Bone Crusher. Oh, he can only single Bone Crusher. That's right. So he can't... He's going to hit himself with the Royal Eruption. All right. We're evened up.
All right, Apollo. I think Apollo's watching too, by the way.
Okay, we're evened up. So game 3, what's happening?
I think he's going to red cap melee. I think he should bring in as much direct damage as he possibly
Soul Sears
can.
are gone. He's bringing in flyers. Phoenix
right.
of Ash is coming in. And then the Goblin. Going back up to 4 Gobos.
What about Underworld Unleashed?
He's looking at that Royal Eruption.
I don't think those Royal Eruptions are needed. They do 5 damage, but I think he's better off getting quicker damage, like Scorching. He needs instant speed stuff. Because
but all of HP Wizard stuff is bigger than 3.
Yeah.
Scorching Dragonfire doesn't kill Omnath, doesn't kill Uro, it doesn't kill a Beanstalk Giant once it hits a certain point. It kills food tokens and mana dorks. That's a mulligan.
Oh, that's a mulligan.
That's
it's an unfortunate keep, though, but he ain't going to ever see a land again. Good game, HP Wizard. Welcome to the next round.
Ditching a robber, which is correct.
Yes.
And then it's going to be Mountain Pass. Hopefully bolt the bird.
Or the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
A Triumph.
Actually, he doesn't play any... There are no geese in this guy's deck.
No, he plays the dirt instead.
Plays the snakes instead.
Yeah.
And the
Ooh. But you're never going to see a third land. Don't worry, buddy.
What was that? I missed what it was.
It was Oko.
It was Oko?
Fuck. Yes, we called it. You bolt the cobra. You got to bolt the cobra.
Yeah. Kill the cobra. Steal something else. That's all right. Oko, and we got and exile the land.
Here it comes.
Because HP Wizard missed his land drop, didn't he?
No, that was round 2.
No?
This is
right.
turn
so
3.
Apple Freak missed his third land. So there's land number 3. Here comes Oko's own. No. Another robber. The old 2-land keep on the strikes again. But he is exiling cards off the top of the deck here. Once upon a time.
You needed that. You needed that.
And another Oko. Think about it this way. As long as he's exiling Okos, those are Okos that HP Wizard can never cast.
Right.
Cycling a land.
In other words, HP is flushed. And he's flooded, and the Freak is screwed.
Well, I wouldn't call it flooded right now. He might be just digging for something specific. He wants to play another untapped land here, maybe a blue or a red. Maybe cast Omnath here.
I think he's going to cast Omnath, yeah.
Oh, not cast anything.
Another land. Oh, he missed another land drop. Fuck me. He's like, I need to cast
activations.
He wants the Once Upon a Time, that's why.
Land and ultimatum.
Oh, good. You needed to stop that.
Cast Once Upon a Time. Hey, we'll get a land. Faceless Haven or another mountain. Get a mountain. Good. I'll take that. Going for 4. I mean, look at this. He's at 8. 2 lands. HP Wizard's at 8. He's done nothing this game. He's cast a Lotus Cobra. That's it. Cycle another land, so maybe he is flooded. This is dangerous here. Apple Freak can just end the game here. There's an Omnath. So he's got to draw a card, hope he hits a land, which I imagine he has if he's flooded.
Right.
There's a land, Fabled Passage.
So mana's coming in.
That's the perfect land
He'll
for
have
him.
5, so he's going to escape to the wild.
He can escape to the wild, yep. And get another trigger if he so chooses. There's 5 mana into Kenrith.
Ooh.
So he's got effective blocking. So we're going to shock
What
face.
are you doing? Dude, no. You attack and then nail Omnath with the shock.
Oof, missed another land draw.
Oh, fuck.
But he does have double Oko.
Right.
Which HP Wizard doesn't know about.
No, you know he gets it. No, you see it.
Oh, you do see it?
Yeah, it's not face down.
Okay. He does have a Bone Crusher Giant, so if he blocks with the Omnath, it's going to get stomped.
No, I think he's going to cast Oko. Which I would. I would cast Oko here to make Kenrith. All right, interesting.
Killing Omnath. Trey and jumping out, not getting any damage through.
But now unless he plays Rob of the Rich next turn, I might have waited to do Oko to be able to start nailing his board. Yeah.
That was a bad attack.
Yeah.
That was a bad attack.
I understand attacking with 1 so that you can cast Oko and elk Kenrith. Because keeping Kenrith alive is a bad juju.
Keeping either of them alive is bad juju, but I think Omnath is more dangerous than Kenrith.
You're probably right. One of them.
He got a land, so he's got 2 mana still. Getting a white.
I think App might have just lost this match.
Yeah, I think this is over here. Okay, that's another mana. Getting a blue.
A red. So he can attack. Oh, interesting. Oh, he still has a red up top.
He can still has red. He can do red and +1/+1 counter if he wanted to. All creatures gain haste, so there's 7. Did he gain 5 life? Gain 5 life.
Oh.
So suddenly at 18, he was at 8 just a couple seconds ago. Here's a Fervent Champion and another Robber of the Rich, which won't trigger. I would keep those guys back.
Nope.
Yeah, you're not dealing enough damage here.
No.
And you can't cast those cards you steal. Yeah, this is over.
Just realized, yeah.
This is over.
He got mana screwed. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Flood beats Screw. Well, actually, no, usually Screw beats Flood. But here comes Uro.
6, 11. Oh, he's done. He's dead on board.
Yeah, he's toast. That's 13 right there.
Yeah.
So Mono Red is going to fall to the Busted Brokenness. Doesn't even need to do anything else. Hey, we'll just gain some more life. So all the work that Apple did has been erased. Like it never happened. They just called Surf Pro. Perfect kill. All right, so yeah, newsflash. Omnath is a good card.
Omnath a good card. And Oko, good card, but Omnath better.
And Uro's good card.
So
And Ultimatum, good card.
that
Jesus.
that is incredible. So the next one we're gonna have. So let me see here. Looking at that, HP Wizards would go on to play D Spoons, and so then J-Gro would go on to play Bowfinger. Now that would be the semifinals. We do not have D Spoons and HP Wizard. I don't believe they gave us that video. So I could say for you right now, D Spoons playing his second match because he got like a lot of buys. Oh no, D Spoons played all the way. Who was it that got most buys? Somebody got to like almost to like third round.
Yeah.
But in any event, D Spoons plays HP Wizards and beats him. So D Spoons play.
Really?
Yes. D Spoons is going to the final. So
The mono white deck.
yes,
I like it.
I do too. So this next match is gonna be Bowfinger versus J-Gro to see who's gonna play D Spoons.
So Bowfinger is on 4-color Ultimatum, and J-Gro is on. What was this one? Oh, this one was Sultai Ultimatum. So 2 different flavors of Ultimatum. Enchant Wombat, I like it.
Yeah.
So we're looking at it from Bowfinger's perspective, which
Yes.
is the 4-color Ultimatum. So it's 2 different flavors of Broken.
I might dump this. That's
This is a
whole
lot of
land.
mana. It's a lot of mana.
Yeah.
And it sucks because if you draw nothing but gas from there on out, you are good to go. That's a tough keep if you do. But I can understand them. The mulligan there. Not bad. Once upon a time, Oko, Uro, Ultimatum.
Yeah, you
Colorado
get a free.
Treat,
You get a
sure.
free. Yeah.
Ditch the Ultimatum. That's 7 mana. You're probably never going to cast it. Player land.
Why didn't you play one spot?
He can do it at the end of turn. It's an instant.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
hey.
Okay.
It's better than 1, 2. Let's grab a pathway. It's an untapped land. It's untapped.
yeah,
So he
I
can
would-
cast
yeah.
he can cast another Once Upon a Time if he wanted to. Because he's got another one in his hand.
Which I
That'll
would.
definitely smooth your draws. Yeah, he's smoothing out his draws. Nothing wrong with that. Getting that Ultimatum a little closer to the top. There's a Lotus Cobra. Respond Once Upon a Time again. We're going to tell 2 stories at once. Let's grab an island.
I would do the
I
Fabled.
oh no,
I
no,
would do
yeah,
the
grab
Fabled.
the Fabled Passage because you can go Plains, Uro, Fabled Passage. Hey, look, another Once Upon a Time. Oh, but we're gonna Oko and we're gonna Elk. Bolt the bird.
Or Elk the bird.
Yeah, Elk the snake. Which effectively does the same thing. It slows down the mana ramp. So he's got 3 mana instead of 4. Oko's gonna take a punch to the face here. And let's see, is there anything else here that he can do?
Not really. Oh,
Prismari
Prismari
Command. That'll do it.
Yeah. I might
I
have
see that-
Euroed before Fabled.
Now, you said this was who playing? Bowfinger?
Bowfinger versus J-Gro.
I don't see Prismari Command
In his deck list?
in his deck list.
Oh, shit.
That's interesting.
I'm not...
Prismari Command is not in his deck list. Neither is Yorion. Are you sure this is J-Gro?
Hold on a second.
Because Yorion is a companion for J-Gro's deck. This is somebody else.
Hold on. Can't possibly be because I'm looking at the... Hold on.
Yeah, J-Gro's playing a Yorion companion deck. Just a second, folks.
Yeah.
The plot thickens. And it's game 1, and Prismari Command is not in the deck list that J-Gro submitted. Also, Yorion is not the companion here, which he should be.
Right.
And Brazen Borrower is not in that deck either.
I've paused this for just a moment.
While we get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, because that's a...
This is a big issue if that's the case.
Because I don't see Enchant Wombat. Unless he just played a different deck.
Which is a big no-no.
Well, it's going to be a real problem because, spoiler alert.
Yeah. I'm looking to see here. Was it maybe Mumbledown instead? Because Mumbledown has Prismari Command in his deck. And is playing the right colors.
Unless I just...
Is Mumbledown maybe...
I might have called this the wrong file then. Maybe we don't have a file for that. We might have played this earlier. We might have played this last week. Yeah.
This looks like a different deck. This is I see Prismari Command. He had Lotus Cobras. I think he's playing the right colors for this.
All right, let me check my email. Hold on.
This looks like a
I'm in danger.
Yes.
I think we figured it out, folks.
Yeah, and again, it's on me this time. So, all right, let me see.
Because I was just going to look before he cast that Prismari Command. I was going to look to see what Jagro's answers would have been to an Oko with attacking with an Elk, and I was like, "Oh, Prismari Command. Wait a minute, there is no Prismari Command. And wait a minute, where's Yorion?" One moment, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and jelly beans.
All right, hold on a second.
Aren't you glad I'm here?
Very, and you know what? You're right. All right, so give me a second. I'm gonna download this here. Yeah,
some
so
bonus content.
This is a round. We already saw this match last week. So technical difficulties. Wow, and we were horrible to Wizards for this shit. But you know what? We're not Wizards.
Yeah, we have a team of 2 as opposed to a team of I don't know.
And to be quite honest, this is all me. So.
Yeah, I'm just here to talk about it.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm downloading it now. I'm re-downloading the file, and then I will...
For real this time.
Yeah. This time for sure. Presto.
One more with feeling. Well, I guess it's safe to say that...
Well, Jagro won this match.
Yeah, Jagro won this match.
Because he won it way earlier.
Well, this is we weren't watching Jagro to begin with.
Right.
So it was HP Wizard and Mumbledown?
Yeah, so... No, this was Bowfinger and Mumble.
Bowfinger. So Bowfinger won that match,
right,
I imagine.
Right. Doo-doo. 2.7 gigs. These are very large files.
They are big files. In other news, did you see that Pithing Needle is coming back?
I saw that.
That is apparently the reprint with multiple arts, so I'm very sad because I was hoping for Snapcaster Mage.
I think everybody was hoping for Snapcaster Mage.
I mean, Pithing Needle is fantastic. That's a great card. But it was like, yeah, damn. All right.
All right. So now, go back to the playlist. Go to the next. Here we go.
Here we go. Bowfinger fan.
All right. So now we have Jagro.
And Bowfinger. There's Yorion. There we go. Okay. Jagro versus Bowfinger fan. We're looking at it from
Take
Jagro's
two.
perspective. So now we're looking at the Yorion companion deck. Yorion Ultimatum against Omnath Ultimatum. And that is a keep. A delicious keep. Temple into Wolf Hollow Haven into Cultivate. A lot of good removal, too, in Yorion.
A lot of good removal.
In Jagro, I mean. Once Upon a Time, because it's free. Get a plains. Lead with a Triumph. So,
Forest.
yeah, we're going to go Forest, Wolf, Hollow Haven on the
Right.
Forest. No brainer there because you can
Cultivate
make lots
next
of mana
turn.
next turn.
Cultivate next turn. Play Fabled Passage.
Island Goose. Well, now we can kill that.
Right.
Do we ramp or kill? I think
I
we
say
kill.
you ramp first, then you play Fabled Passage, so you get all 4.
Yep.
I
So
would
grabbing...
grab your island.
Yeah.
Island. Very
Island
good.
Swamp. Island Swamp, put the island
Yeah.
into play tapped. You're not going to need it this turn because you're killing that goose.
Yeah, with Fabled, you're probably going to go grab another forest.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Swamp in tapped, playing the island. He doesn't care about the goose.
Interesting.
He is probably going to say, "Do your worst."
Why didn't
Lotus
he
Cobra.
Fabled Passage, though?
He's gonna Shadow's
Oh.
Verdict. He's gonna be like, "Yes, play more two or 3 drops, please, so I can just murder all of them." Because I think Shadow's Verdict hits Planeswalkers as well.
Yeah. That's what he's checking.
Yeah, it hits Planeswalkers. It exiles. It exiles them. So say good night.
Yeah. I would still Fable.
No.
What do you?
That's not gonna work.
Don't do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 4 mana. Oh, he can still Fabled Passage. Never mind. Okay, Passage. Grab whatever land. Doesn't really matter.
Probably a forest.
Island.
Oh, interesting.
And Shadow's Verdict. Beautiful piece of tech right there.
We won't miss that.
3 drops aren't broken if they're exiled. Into Felidar Retreat.
Interesting.
Fine, whatever.
Shit.
Yorian's going to come into play, or at least into the hand. Okay. There's Uro, which Shadow's Verdict will hit from the graveyard, by the way.
Right.
Get a land. Felidar Retreat, make a kitty cat, which the Shadow's Verdict, again, will just,
Annihilate.
chomp down on. He's got Heartless Act and Eliminate. I don't think he really cares. There's an Elspeth's Nightmare. Why not? Here, you have to counter this. Because I'm going to get to take a look at your hand here pretty soon. He can get to chapter 2 on the Elspeth's Nightmare and then Yorian it back out.
Right.
Escape to the Wilds. Bunch of exile stuff. We got land.
Genesis.
Fabled Passage, Genesis Ultimatum, Gilded Goose, a Pathway. Play another land. Okay. Play the Cobra. Oh God, what a blowout this is going to be.
This is going to suck.
What a blowout this is going to be.
This is
he's going
kind
to be
of
able
a
to look at his
feel
hand.
bad.
This is going to hurt. Here it comes. He's like, do I care about anything here? Not really. I mean,
Why would you do
Shadow's
spell
Verdict.
removal? No, Shadow's Verdict.
No. When you can give yourself essentially a 4-for-1. The problem is though he's thinking is like, do I want to maybe blink the Elspeth's Nightmare first? Genesis Ultimatum, sure. He does want to blink it.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Interest. Okay, I think I see where he's going with this. He's also got Emergent Ultimatum that he can cast,
Right.
which can basically just end the game right here. And then he's going to Yorian, I think. Yeah, we're going to Yorian, we're going to blink the Elspeth's Nightmare, kill the Lotus Cobra, end of turn. He doesn't really care about either of those cat tokens. He doesn't care about Uro, either one. He doesn't have Ultimatum mana right now.
No.
He's missing red. He can Fabled Passage and get it. And that's, I think, what he's going to do. He's going to get another cat. He's going to crack that, make another cat, maybe make them taller. Get a red source. Ultimatum. Can he Ultimatum? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can Ultimatum. So there's the Ultimatum, leaving a white open. So now he's basically tapped out. Let's see what he gets.
Right, but he's hoping to Heartless Act him. So
Oh my God.
6 life.
But here's the thing. Look, that's all 4 of his Uros.
Yeah.
So here's what's going to
So
happen.
Shadow's Verdict is going to be bad for him.
Shadow's Verdict is going to be disgusting because if Bowfinger casts the other Uro in his hand, he's going to lose all 4 of his Uros to Shadow's Verdict.
And he's going to
a
cast
whole
it
bunch of
because he's going to
lands.
try to get life and lands.
Yeah. So he's getting a bunch of land triggers here. So those cats are getting huge. The thing is, though, he's got an Eliminate to neatly take care of one of them because they don't have haste yet. The two 7/7s
Well,
do.
Heartless Act. Heartless Act. He could just do even.
No,
Anyway.
Heartless Act is either kill a creature with no counters or take 3 counters.
Oh, that's
off.
right. Yeah.
So he's got 5 mana there. Does he have a Kenrith? Does Bowfinger have a Kenrith? He has another
he's gonna
escape to the wilds.
He's trying to get a Kenrith.
He's digging for Kenrith. Didn't find it. There's another ultimatum.
I don't think he has enough mana.
He doesn't have enough mana to cast. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's got enough
5.
to do Omnath.
He's got 5. There's another token there. He's got 18 damage from those 2 cats.
He can Omnath now.
He's only got 1 card in hand, so it doesn't even matter if Bowfinger casts the other Omnath from his hand. That's 20 damage there.
Yeah.
The other Uro, because the second chapter of Elspeth Nightmare is going to take care of that. Put it in his graveyard. He can Shadow's Verdict, exile every single friggin' one of them. So he's going to cast the Omnath from the graveyard. And he's like, whatever, I don't care. Do your job for me. Exile some more stuff from your graveyard. Draw a card, no land. Is he casting the other Omnath? He's casting a Goose, which will also get exiled with the Shadow's Verdict.
Oh, Jesus.
This is disgusting. Okay,
so he's going to murder one. Or eliminate one.
Eliminate's probably going to kill one of these tokens because that's 20 damage. He's got 1 relevant card that he doesn't know about in hand, but he's got to go for the Eliminate here. Kills it. He can take 10.
I would just take the 10, yeah.
I mean, yeah. He's looking to see. Okay, he's gonna chump. He's gonna preserve his life total. I don't think he really cares about.
Well, that's just it. He
anymore.
knows he's gonna cast the Verdict, and then he's
All
gonna
right, looking at the hand.
next turn.
It's once upon a time. Discard that. Okay.
No. There you go.
Shadow's Verdict. Oh my God! Here comes.
Wow.
Oh my God. He's down to 1 Uro left. And he's like, that's fine. We're good. And he's going to exile his graveyard
So he's going to ultimatum. He has to...
Another Felidar Retreat.
I would ultimatum first. Does he have enough mana to ultimatum? Okay, good.
He has enough mana to ultimatum. Oko, a couple of
happened.
geese.
Yeah, a couple of lands.
He got a couple of lands. Okay, he's got a couple of dudes there. Still have land play for turn, I believe.
Extinction Event, probably. Clear his board again. Call even. Gets rid of all the tokens.
It won't hit the geese. Yeah, it won't hit the geese. So if he starts going tall, he can make a food into a
3/3.
Yeah, make a food into a 3/3. He can attack for 3 here. I mean, the Felidar Retreats, again, are going to be very problematic for Jagro. But, I mean, that was an absolute blowout.
Right.
But here's the thing. Look at how quickly Bowfinger Fan recovered.
Yeah.
It's like it
Do
basically
you
never happened.
extinction event or do you ultimatum? I think you ultimatum at this point. No.
He's dead.
You
He's
have
dead if he ultimatums.
Yeah, you've got an extinction event, and you probably have to do odd at this. Okay.
You
still
have
gone.
to ultimatum.
Yeah.
Exile the graveyard. That's all gone. He's got 1 card in hand. Ultimatum is coming. Well, maybe
I might have
Ugin.
extinction evented.
He can Ugin, right?
Kira,
Alrund.
Oh, that's right. Alrund.
Get an
Valky.
extra turn.
He's got to do Loki probably. And Kira, right?
You can Professor Onyx. No.
I would Kiora.
There's Epiphany. Kiora's the best of Sea God. What's the last card to grab?
Vorinclex? Interesting.
So what am I getting? Chooses 1. That card gets shuffled back in. He gets to cast the other 2 for free. So what does he get?
I don't know if that's enough to save him, though. I mean, the Alrund's
Epiphany... As long as he gets Alrund's Epiphany, he'll be fine.
Right. And
the Epiphany gets shuffled back, so he gets Kiora and Vorinclex. Oh, because that means Kiora enters with the 2 counters.
Right.
He casts against, make sure Vorinclex gets cast first. Kiora enters with 2 counters, tapping all of his non-land permanents.
Interesting. Okay. Do you swing? And now Oko gets nothing anymore.
And he kills Oko. Because Oko's at 5, Vorinclex is a 6/6. None of his stuff untaps. There's Escape to the Wilds. We got Omnath, Escape Once Upon a Time, and 2 lands.
No Kenrith. Does he have Kenrith in his deck? Bowfinger? Yeah, he does.
He's got 1. He's got 1 copy.
Okay.
There's a Lotus Cobra.
And that very well could have been exiled.
Yeah. So what's going to happen here is that the 3rd chapter of the
Sea
saga
God.
is going to go off. He's going to get to steal something with Kiora Best the Sea God. Still has an 8/8 hexproof. You don't have to steal the Omnath because you can ultimatum it. Or not ultimatum, but you can extinction event and kill that. It would kill. It's going to kill everything except the geese. I think you steal a goose.
I think you're right. Or steal a Feldar.
Maybe steal one of the Feldar retreats. There's another Escape to the Wilds. There's another Oko.
He's looking for Kenrith. I don't think Kenrith has been exiled.
He's digging
digging
for Kenrith.
Yeah.
There's Oko.
He's going to hit Vorin, I got to imagine.
Going to shut off Vorinclex. He doesn't gain any counters, though, which is important. Just look at that. Boy, there's the Kenrith. But I don't think he has lethal damage.
And I don't think he can cast Kenrith yet.
He can. He's got Omnath.
Oh.
He can cast Kenrith with the snake, I think. Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got enough to cast Kenrith, just not to give haste. Gets a Triome. He has another land play, I think, from Escape to the Wilds? No. Okay.
He played his 2.
All right, so gain control of something.
Oko?
What to steal? It untaps. Whatever he steals untaps.
Maybe the Feldar.
Maybe steal a goose. Because if he elfs it becomes a 6/6.
The Feldar what allows him to come back so quick. If he takes 1, he kind of cuts 1 leg out from under him.
No, he's going to steal the Oko.
I can't blame him for that.
And we're going to shut something off or make a food. Making a food token.
I might have elked Omnath. You got an extinction event, right?
He has to extinction event, but the problem is it kills both of his creatures too.
So you might try to swing in and see if
he's going to go and try to see if he can get some damage through, or at least kill some of those tokens. But although it doesn't really matter, so yeah, 11 because he's at 39, so it doesn't really matter. So extinction event, kill everything with even.
Right, leaving just the geese.
Although he can play a bunch of lands and make the geese huge. A lot of exile effects.
He's got most of his lands in play, dude. He's got what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
He's 11, got 2 lands in. He's got 1 land in exile, 1 land in. He's got 2 lands he can play.
18 lands out. He's got to have 24 lands.
He's got a land in hand and a land in exile.
Yeah.
That he can play. So he's drawing another card.
I think Jagro needs another
Felidar retreat.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I think Jagro here though needs another ultimatum.
There's Kenrith. No, this is game.
Yeah, he can Heartless Act Kenrith as long as he doesn't put a counter on it.
Oh yeah. He has to do it in response to those counters, but he can still give everything haste and trample. And 1 land gives everything +3/+3, so that's 9 extra damage. That he's dead on board. He needs to see what he's doing. So there's all those triggers. Kill Kenrith. In response, give everything haste and trample.
In response, he should put the counters on Kenrith. He's got enough mana.
He still hasn't. He can put a +1/+1 counter on it.
Well, no. What are you doing?
He still has mana. He still has mana open.
All right.
He can still do it. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. So if he's smart, he'll give it +1/+1. Looking at it. He has the mana open. Checking graveyard. Just activate Kenrith. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Make him have it, basically. I mean, you've got the game here. There's +1/+1 counter on Omnath. Not on Kenrith. Yeah, put it on Omnath.
Why would you? Oh, he's doing
it. Now he put it on himself.
Yeah, okay.
So that's going to stop the Heartless Act from killing it. That's 11, 16. That's lethal right there.
Yeah,
it was lethal. It was lethal before the counters even went on.
Yeah.
And he's going to do it again. Give everybody else a little more haste, a little more trample. So 12, 19, 29 damage. So in 3 attacks for Bowfinger Fan, he's dealt 130 damage.
Jesus.
How many times was his board wiped? And the very next turn, he's like, oh, that happened? Never mind. That was impressive. So what does Jagro sideboard here? Another Shadow's Verdict, because that did a lot of work, regardless. It did a ton of work. Disdainful Stroke, because expensive spells are bad.
Elspeth Nightmare. I
Thinking
think
about
you
it.
throw Polychronos in.
No, I think that's too much mana for what he wants to do.
I think Mystical Dispute. I don't know why. Well, because he has mana for days. So Mystical Dispute's great early game, but the minute you get past turn, the minute he gets past 4 lands, I might even take Jawari out. Why are we YouTubing? Oh,
What are we looking for?
whoa!
Confounding conundrum. He's referring to some notes. Die, reading what it does. Nothing wrong with that.
Cheat. It's not going to do you any good because he can tap the land before it goes back.
Yeah, but it slows down the ramp at least. Makes him have to replay the lands.
I might get rid of the Jawari.
It might be a gotcha. That could be a gotcha if he tries to overextend early in the game. And if it's bad later in the game, it's a land.
See, the reason I like Polychronos, though, is that if he can emerge an ultimatum, that's a good card to bring in.
Yeah, no, there's better. I mean, I would rather have a Vorinclex.
True.
All right, that's a gross mulligan right there, I would think.
Yeah.
No black. Although he has Wolf Hollow Haven again.
And he's got
he
the
can
Triumph.
pay 3. He can pay 3 life to have the Seagate enter untapped if he needed to. So play the Triumph first. Hopefully you draw an untapped land. If not, you still have Wolf Hollow Haven for 3 life next turn. Or even Omen. There's a turn 1 Goose, so he's going to have to shock that land in, I think. Bolt himself to kill the bird. Oh, he doesn't have black.
He's got black off the Triumph.
No, that's a green, red, blue Triumph.
Oh.
He does not have black mana, so he's got to cultivate. There's a Lotus Cobra. So we're going to cultivate for black and blue.
Why are you thinking?
Because he can put the black in tap, play the blue, have Mystical Dispute open.
No, he's
for
thinking about
Oko
eliminating
or
the
whatever.
Cobra, I think. He's probably thought
He can't right now anyway.
Oh, that's true.
One land comes in tapped. He's not going to have the mana. So he gets the blue and the black, but the black comes in tapped. He plays the blue, hold up Mystical Dispute. And if he tries to play Omnath or he tries to play Oko or Uro, he can just counter it. Another Lotus Cobra. So he's going to go for the land, double landfall trigger, try to cast something, and he'll fall right into the trap, basically. Bowfinger's thinking about it. Okay, so there's a land green, so he's going to get blue and, I don't know, white. Yeah. Omnath, yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Nope. So good play. I mean, he had to do that. You can't play around it. There's an Oko.
Yeah, that
Still has eliminate mana open. So we can elk a Cobra, eliminate another Cobra.
No.
Oh, he's making a food. Okay. Play Fabled Passage. He still has eliminate. He still has Omen. So he can Omen scry into a Mystical Dispute, possibly. Third Lotus Cobra. Man, a Shadow's Verdict would be real nice right about now. Look at all those
6
mana drops
mana.
that would die. Yeah. 7 mana. 8 mana, actually. He's got eight mana.
Jesus.
Blue, green. Oh, he's going for ultimatum right here. He is going for the emergent ultimatum, or not the emergent, but the Genesis ultimatum. Right. So kill one
to try
to reduce the amount of mana. Yeah, that'll slow him down. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. He still has 7 mana. He still has it. He should have done it, and he should have maybe killed one during his upkeep. Or in response to the third Cobra being cast, he should have killed one. Interesting. Okay, so he got a white source.
Maybe an Omnath?
It's going to have to be an Omnath because he would need another green to cast the ultimatum. You can go green, blue. Yeah, no, yeah, this is Omnath for sure. He added a white with Mystical Dispute backup. Yep. Omnath with Dispute backup. Draw a card. So he's got a Mystical Dispute in his hand, and we don't know what the other card is. Make a food. Ugh. Auto tapper kind of gross there. Attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough to cast the ultimatum, but we can do a little digging. There's a land.
Extinction.
Oh, there's an extinction event. I'd like to keep both of those, please.
Yes. And I would probably take the extinction first.
Yeah, that looks like the play to me.
Get rid of all those Cobras in one shot.
And an Omnath.
Yeah.
Draw that, nuke the board. He's got to sack the Fabled Passage to shuffle away the land, but that's fine. He can get whatever color he wants. He's going to get black.
That's enough for his extinction next turn.
It didn't matter what color he got. He already had the black source, but boom, boom, boom. And then looks like we elk the goose.
Elk his own.
No, elk the food. Okay. I'm going for some damage. Which is good because, Bowfinger has shown a very impressive ability to gain life.
Right.
There's Uro. Not enough in his graveyard to escape it yet, and not enough mana really to do it either. No other plays.
Is that enough for ultimatum?
He can ultimatum. I think.
What are you doing?
He's digging more. I think he wants to. He needs. I think he's still off by one. Well, there's a Fabled Passage and a Cultivate. You're gonna shuffle one of them away, so put one on the bottom. I would grab the Cultivate, honestly.
Yeah, which is what he did.
Yep.
Because you need a green to be able to, yeah.
Green. He's almost out of basics at this point. Play green. And now we're making another food. Yep. So he's building his board out. Swinging for 3 more. Goose can't really do anything because making a food destroys a food.
So he's got enough to ultimatum next turn. That's going to
he can ultimatum next turn. He can also Yorion next turn. Well, he can't do it the same turn, but he can get Yorion into his hand if he wanted to. There's Omnath, which Jaguar doesn't necessarily care about because that didn't really do anything. He didn't draw land. Bowfinger's been missing land drops.
Yep.
And there's a Shadow Card.
Oh, I would still ultimatum here, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, ultimatum's coming. I'm going to play a land first.
He wants to kind of represent that he might have a Mystical Dispute.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you take Alrund. You
always take the same 3, I think, generally.
Yeah.
Alrund, Epiphany, Clicks. And then Epiphany, Vorinclex, and maybe Kiora again.
Yeah.
Or Valky. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, gross.
This is so sick.
Epiphany, Vorinclex, and Valky. Pick your poison.
You gotta get rid of Vorinclex, I think.
And Soup. That was basically game because he could just go nuts with that. All right,
I don't know. I'd Mystical Dispute. I don't know. I might leave my sideboard the way it is. I think it did exactly what you wanted to do.
Holocronos going away.
Interesting.
Basically, he's just keeping it as is. Just cutting a Polychronos. Are we cutting Alrund's Epiphanies?
Interesting.
Cutting an Epiphany for a Palaka Predation. Okay.
All right, I can get behind that.
Again, it's another card that if it's dead late, he can just play it as a land. Lambkeep. That's beautiful. Binding the Old Gods. Warrior Disruption. Turn 1 Goose. Fine, whatever. Play Temple Paths.
Scry.
Right, Epiphany to the bottom because you don't want to ever really cast that.
No.
Okay, swing in. No. Okay. All right, we got to play that as a blue source, and we have Disruption up. We have Wolf Hollow Haven. I think he's just going to go for the ramp. Sacrifice to get land, so he could do Omnath next turn. There's blue, so it might be an Oko as well, or what brokenness is coming from Bowfinger in game 3 here on turn number 3. Tap land and nothing.
And don't forget, the winner of this game goes to finals.
So he's representing a mystical dispute here.
Yeah. I don't think he has it. I still think you make him have it.
I think yeah, you make him have it, but you cast something that can't be countered by it.
Oh, he might have it.
No, he's waiting. If he had it, he would have needed 3 mana untapped.
True.
For a non-blue spell. Now he can cast a
Okay, or Ramnath.
Omnath here, but he's still representing the mystical dispute.
I think you bring that in as a land.
We got Gargaroth, we got Binding, we got Disdainful Stroke, Mystical Dispute. So he's got a pretty good hand to just sort of sit back here. Bowfinger's going to make a food, which is good. Give his goose more options later. Be able to use it more than once. I smell a counterspell war coming.
Yeah.
They're both kind of sitting back, waiting for the other one to do something. So he's going to lead with Oko. He's going to try to get those counterspells.
Because now he has Mystical Dispute. So.
Mm-hmm. Nope, resolves.
All right, cool.
Make a food. Play the Temple Scry. Island.
Keep.
Yeah, nope, bottom.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
He doesn't need the land right now.
I might have put Yorion in my hand.
No, he wants to hold up Mystical Dispute in case he casts an ultimatum.
True.
Cobra's fine. You don't really care about that. Fabled Passage. Okay, he's getting some mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So he's got 6 mana open with
6 available if
he'll have 7 when he sacks the Fable.
Yeah, he's got ultimatum mana.
Which I think is what he's doing. He's trying to get to ultimatum, so
yeah, and Jagor's ready for it. He's got 2 counter spells.
Yeah.
He can Disdainful Stroke this if he wanted to.
Which is what I would do.
Yeah.
Here comes a field bet. Ooh.
Escape to the Wilds with mana open. So I think you let that happen. Nope, Disdainful. You're Mystical Disputing it, more forcing him to have a Mystical Dispute. Countered.
All right.
Okay, so he didn't have it because he could have cast it there.
Oh, yeah. There's no blue. Oh, there's blue. I think he's
got blue open.
Yeah.
Yeah, Binding the Old Gods is a good play here.
Or Elder.
Gargaroth is good too. That's a threat that has to be answered. First things first.
He's going to take the Cobra. Can't blame him there. Cannot blame him there. Yeah.
Steal the food into Gargaroth. Does he have Disdainful Stroke? He does have Disdainful Stroke. Which he cannot counter that.
He's got enough to disdain. Yes.
There's the Immersion Ultimatum. So Disdainful Stroke takes care of that nonsense.
Now
so he was trying
to
bait it out.
This is good.
Yep. Here's the ultimatum, and this is going to be it.
Yeah.
So we are getting
Alrund's Epiphany,
Vorinclex, Valky,
Epiphany.
And Epiphany. Disgusting.
And Scoop. Are you scooping?
That's what I'm thinking.
Scoop. It's hard to just scoop at 2020, though. It really is.
Yeah, but he's so far behind here, this game is over.
Yeah.
The game's over.
Bowfinger, don't you dare rope.
He's thinking about what he wants to give him. I mean, come on, those are 3 bad options. They all are terrible for him. It's like, which ones do I get?
I don't think you can let the Vorinclex Valky live. I think you have to put probably Valky back.
Valky goes back, yep. So we get an extra turn and Vorinclex. Which
so 12 damage. 14 damage. Shit.
No, 16 damage.
Damn.
Because those birds can attack next turn.
Yeah, you're right.
So he's going to get an extra turn.
Why would you play?
Boom. Play the passage. get some
I
mana.
probably would have played the passage next turn so that
He's going to get the Yorion in his hand so he can
that's
blink
true.
Oko and get a bunch of counters on him. Yep, so Yorion's going to go into his hand. Untap. Oh, good lord.
Jesus.
Let's see. How do I want to annihilate you? Let's steal that too. Here, have some food. You hungry? Go down to 2.
Oh,
he
he killed his own Oko.
Yeah.
He could have
He swapped control of it. He swapped control of it for the goose. Essentially destroying a land. There's a Uro. He does not really care. Sure, go ahead, draw a card. That's all you got. Gain 3. I mean, look at all that damage on the board. That's 10 damage on the board. There's another goose to chump block, but he's still dead.
Yeah, he's dead on board.
And here comes Binding.
Here he
to put
comes.
the final nail in the coffin. And the fact that he's got another one on backup just in case. he gets double trigger. He gets to dig for a land and destroy a non-land permanent. And that's game. Wow.
Wow. All right. So that's our semifinal. So Jay Grow's going to the final against D Spoons. So
Jay Grow against D Spoons for the final. Let's see. We got that's the Sultai Ultimatum against the mono white deck, which is very impressive that it made it this far. I'm very happy to see that.
Yeah.
Can the aggro deck deal enough damage to slow down just the ridiculous turns that the ultimatum decks are capable of?
All right. So who do you think's got this?
Well, I know who has it.
Oh, you already know who won? All right.
Yeah, you already said it. You told me earlier.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not going to say who wins.
Right.
It's a 50-50 shot. Obviously, if the ultimatum deck gets to what it wants to do, it's going to run over the mono white deck. But if the mono white deck can get a quick enough start, he's going to have to really hit everything, I think.
D Spoons is playing mono white?
Yep.
Ah.
D Spoons on mono white.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen D Spoons on stream.
Oh my
yet.
god, 2 Shadows Verdict against that deck. That's disgusting. I think everything in that deck costs less than 3. Except for Redain. No, Redain costs 3. Giant Killer costs 1, Alseed costs 1, Savior costs 1, Usher the Fallen costs 1, Luminar costs 2, Hallowblade costs 2, Spellbinder costs 3. Every creature in Spoon's deck costs 3 or less. So I mean, he'll take some damage from the seasoned Hallowblade, but its days are numbered here. Luminarch Aspirant. So he's going to take a little bit more damage. Which, this is a good start for the mono white deck.
Exactly.
Early critter, get in for some beats. It's basically indestructible, except for Shadow's Verdict. Which, I mean, I know they can see each other's deck lists, so I think D-Spoon knows he's on a clock. There's a black source. And he already has a black source in his hand, so he needs to draw one more land. That Elspeth's Nightmare is going to kill the Luminarch Aspirant next turn. So he's happy taking 4 here. He doesn't really care about that. Does he get the land off the top? Fabled Passage. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's now just the clock is ticking. He's going to get another swing in. Sparring Regimen. Okay. He'll learn. What does he grab?
Interesting.
Okay. Reduced to memory. So he's taken 5. Taking 9 damage from that seasoned Hallowblade. That's a lot of damage in 2 attacks for a 2-drop. So he's on a 2-turn clock. So target one's going to reel their hand. Sparring Regimen reduced to memory. Let's exile target non-land permanent. Yeah, let's get rid of that reduced to memory that you just fished for.
I think you play the Fabled. I think you go into...
You could play the Triome here. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, because I would probably... Alrund's Epiphany. I would probably foretell Epiphany.
Yeah, you foretell the Epiphany. You play the Triome. You pass. You take 6 here. Actually, you take 7. Yeah, you take 7. Is he going to Skyclave Apparition the Elspeth's Nightmare? He could do that. Nope, another Sparring Regimen, which is probably what I would do. Because you don't know what the cards that he has in his hand here. Swing in for 7 damage. So he's dead next turn.
He's getting
So
flooded.
exile the graveyard. Well, that deck plays a lot of land.
Right.
It's got a lot of expensive
I think
stuff.
you.
It wants to get to
I think you
ultimatum.
passage. I think you bring in Gargaroth.
Don't have to passage. Don't have to Gargaroth.
What? Just Shadow's Verdict already?
You could Verdict, yeah.
I guess you could.
It's a 7/5. He can't block with the Gargaroth.
True.
And it's going to be a 9/7 next turn. He's dead on board if he doesn't do this. So it kills that. It buys him a turn. He has another Shadow's Verdict in his hand. So there's the Elite Spellbinder. He can.
Nah, he's going to lose the Shadow's Verdict. They're going to make him pay 7 for it.
Yeah, he'll lose the Shadow's Verdict. The Elder Gargaroth.
No!
Oh, it's the Gargaroth.
Wow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
right, so
think
he
you
can
Alrin now.
Epiphany.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can Epiphany. Get a couple of birdies. You got blockers. And then Binding of the Old Gods.
I think you bind.
Swing it in for 2. Maybe trade. If he gets to trade, then he doesn't have to. But since he didn't, now you crack the passage. Maybe play another Alrund's Epiphany. That gives you 3 turns in a row.
Right.
And 4 birds. So that's not bad. That's a pretty good board state right there. There's Professor Onyx. But you're at 4 life.
Yes. I would probably.
That's a dangerous play at 4 life.
I think he has to Shadow's Verdict again, right?
No, he could Onyx in -3. Make him sacrifice the Elite Spellbinder.
That's true.
Skyclave Apparition can't hit Professor Onyx. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. Hey, look, that's a 3/1. Dies. Swing in for 4. Eastbourne's got a little bit mana screwed. He missed a couple of land drops. He can't Skyclave Liliana. He could Skyclave one of the birds, so it doesn't really do anything. He could Skyclave the Omen, doesn't really do anything. So he is going to Skyclave something. It's going to be the Omen. Doesn't want him to get some more card selection. And there's an Oko.
Yeah.
So we're just going to thank you for the 2/2. Gives me some more pressure. There's Oko to get some foods, to gain some life. He's solidly in control now.
Yeah.
He was never not in control. Think about that. He took 16 damage. He was fine.
Yeah.
He was never in any danger. Lose 1 life, because why not? Hey, a couple of Triomes? Sure. Put Oko and another Triome in the graveyard. Swing for 4. Now D-Spoon's now 2-turn clock.
Yeah.
He can Skyclave the Oko. Just like fine, whatever. Environmental Sciences, get a land, gain some life. Jagro is drawing a lot of lands. I will say that. He has drawn a lot of lands this game, but
Oh, he wants to do it twice.
he's gonna Yorion get his binding back at full strength. Still hasn't activated Liliana.
Right. I would have blocked with the Skyclave because what?
No, that would have given him he's gonna get the 3/3 anyway.
Yeah. But it would have
I mean, I
kept
guess
you
you-
from
I guess
taking
you
2
could've.
damage. Yeah. Or a damage.
Yeah, he would have saved 2, but I think he realizes that he's dead because he can't block Yorion and 4 1/1 flyers. There's the Faceless Haven way too late. I mean, he's dead on board.
Yeah.
That's 10 damage on the board. He's at 6 life with no blockers. That's 7 creatures. He needs a board wipe, and he doesn't have one.
All right.
So he's got to have a hand like that, only he has to not run out of gas. That's the only way D Spoons gets through that. He is on the play. That's an early Oko. That's an early auto keep. Oko on curve is an auto keep and a scoop.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, no, he's given the win to Jagro. So, what happened was they had a problem getting game 2 and 3, so now they're going to sideboards.
Oh, okay.
And I think they messed up here. They said that they only had access to like some of their sideboard. So they may.
I see, yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
This might have been, I wonder if this was after the big update.
Well, yeah, they were having problems in that. I was like, guys, no, you have to not use the, what do you call it? You have to use the swords at the upper right. You can't use the friends list.
Right.
Because the friends list has caused nothing but problems. I'm like,
it's very unintuitive.
Yeah.
It's very unintuitive. Yeah. Right. So they went back to the
1, 2,
to the
3,
state,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He only has an 8 sideboard?
No, there's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right.
There's a couple of 3 copies in there.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
All right, so the tombs came in. Cultivator going out. I didn't see what else he put in. Gargaroth staying in, looks like. Cutting a cultivate. He's at 80 cards now.
And Jagro's in the chat. He's like, yeah, skip ahead. Jagro, if you're around, man, we'll have you hop in this channel. We're right in the interact. When at the end of this, if you want to get a quick interview, if you win. I mean, if Spoons wins, we want him in here.
I think one of the biggest advantages the Sultai deck has is just because it has access to 80 cards.
Yeah.
There's so many more weapons you can put in. You run the risk of, flooding more because you're playing more lands, but
this will be a thing next time too. I cannot wait till now. 100 card brawl. We're having them do 2, 3, right? Best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. No sideboards, obviously, but
obviously no sideboards. But yeah, best 2 out of 3. That's a tough keep.
That's a real tough keep.
But I can understand keeping it because you have a Wolf Hollow Haven, so you have ways out of it. You have the Omen of the Sea, another Wolf Hollow Haven, so that's not bad. If you draw an untapped land here, you can Haven, Binding. You have ways to get your mana. There's a Hallow Blade, so not a bad start for D-Spoons here. Gonna crack the passage.
Well, Elspeth's Nightmare does an exile, right? It's not a... So it's an exile
destroy target creature.
Oh, is it a
destroy? It's destroy target creature. Yeah. So it can't touch the Hallow Blade if he's got cards in hand, and it can't touch anything else if he's got open mana.
Right.
If he targets the Elseed itself, then.
Nah, I'm in bed just watching. He says, "Who are you there with?" Nah.
Okay, so 4 more damage. I think he gets a blue here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be able to maybe scry for the land first. Okay. Arena is rearing its ugly head with that. Scry 2, draw a card. No land. Keep the Jawari Disruption because
it is a land. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I would take that given it's on the 2. It's the Arena. I'd be like, yeah, no, screw it. That's probably gonna be the closest land I'm gonna get.
Can't miss your land drops, that's for sure, against an aggressive deck.
Do, 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 do. Did it hang? Okay, good.
No, he was thinking. Yep, so draw the Disruption, play it, because you have to. Still does not have a black source.
I mean, next time you'll play Wolf Hollow Haven, he still needs black.
It still doesn't give you black, yeah. And you need the black for that binding. So there's 4. There's another Hallow Blade. So this is getting real dicey. He's got the boy.
Oh shit.
So he can go Haven into Haven. He'll have mana next turn. Just he needs to get double black, and he doesn't even have single black right now.
Do you Wolf Hollow Haven or do you put Epiphany in Foretell so that maybe you play it in 2 turns?
You're dead in 2 turns.
Yeah, that's true.
If you do that, you gotta put it on there. Get yourself some access to 5 mana next turn. This is tough. This is a 2-turn clock. 3, 6, 7. So he's at 4. He needs to kill 2 of those creatures and hope he doesn't play any more. D-Spoons has to brick on his draw, which he did not. That's an apparition, which will kill kill the Wolf Hollow Haven. That's a smart play.
Oh,
and that's
shit.
game. Mana Screw.
Yeah.
The old 2-land keep on Arena.
Yeah, but how do you not? I mean, it was
a dicey keep, but it's like literally if I draw a black land, I'm fine.
Fucking Arena.
And the deck
but
has
no,
how
there's
many in
nothing
there?
wrong with it. This happens in Magic.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 plus Triomes. So yeah, there's a metric crap ton of black sources in there, but yeah, you're not even drawing a land, period. He did not draw a land naturally that game. He fetched 2 Fabled Passages, and he drew the Droid Disruption, which is technically a spell. There you go. There's a lands.
There we
He's
go.
fine.
Yep, keep.
Everything's fine. Temple into Triome.
Don't mulligan. Don't mulligan. Please don't mulligan.
Snappy. That is a snap.
Well, I get that it's a little scary against an aggro deck to not have even a turn 3 play, but yeah.
He's got a Scry. He's got the Triome.
Yeah, I'd probably put the Triome in first, then the Scry.
No, you Scry first. You always Temple first.
All right.
That's my thought. But he will Triumph first. Okay. I like putting the Temple first in case you draw enough untapped lands you can cycle the Triumph later.
Yeah. I like the Triumph first, though, given that it's a 3-color deck. It's going to allow...
Yeah.
It's going to allow him...
Playing the Temple first, you can Scry. He's got 2 other pathways that gets his other 2 colors of mana.
Right, but if he needed to have... if
Right.
he got a 2-drop that he could use like Wolf Hollow on or something.
But he could still play the Temple first, and if he doesn't draw the 3rd color, then play the Triumph. All right, so he's getting Yorion into his hand right away.
Interesting. Well, yeah, White doesn't have.
He was gonna binding the Illuminant, but now that's not happening.
No, I think he's gonna hit an ultimatum.
Yeah, but he's got another ultimatum. He can only hit one of those.
Yeah,
All
which I told you.
So he's gonna binding.
Last time he did the wrong thing too. He did the Gargaroth instead. I was like, I probably would have hit that other thing.
There's
first.
Oko. Play that for a black.
Yeah.
Binding the Luminarch.
I think you take the Luminarch out.
Because that gives +1/+1 counters. Then you can play Island and Yorion and blink the binding after fetching a land. There's another Luminarch. Wow. And a Selfless Savior. Okay.
That sucks.
That's a bad time. So swinging for 5.
I think he's still got a shot here, though.
Down to 13. He's going to fetch a land. Probably grab a Triumph since it enters tapped. Wolf Hollow Haven.
I'd probably put it on there.
Gives him 3 mana. He can Oko. Turn off the Luminarch. Or turn off the Selfless Savior.
I'd probably turn off the Savior.
No, he's making a food.
Interesting.
He's going to lose the binding next turn, unfortunately. But he can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's Light of Hope destroying the Wolf Hollow Haven. Okay, because he could have ultimatum next turn with an untapped land.
Right.
Oko is now going to die, I imagine. There's another Elite Spellbinder.
He's going to hit the other ultimatum now.
Interesting, okay.
I might have done the Wolf Hollow Haven personally.
The Haven's already gone. He destroyed it with the...
He has one in his hand. I would have probably made it so he had to spend 4 to get that mana.
Yeah, that is... Get the card that wins you the game.
Right.
So there, Oko's dead, swinging in for 2.
Which is what you want. Oko's a great... One of the things about Oko is he's a wonderful target. That's not 6 coming at you. That's 2.
Oh, Shadow's verdict off the top. He was dead
Here
on
we
board.
go.
What a top deck. No cards in hand.
And
Everything
boom goes the
exiled.
dynamite.
Oh my goodness. What a top deck.
I'm in danger.
He was dead. D Spoons has to be like screaming at the screen right now. He was dead.
Dead. D-E-D, dead.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so swinging in for 4. Still at 7. Still in danger.
Yeah.
There's another Oko. Can't do anything with that right now, but we can get the Wolf Hollow Haven back online.
Or do you bring Yorion out to have a blocker?
You can also pop out Oko and start pooping out foods. I think it's going to be Haven into Oko here. You're trying to get to that ultimatum.
Do you make the food? You make the food a blocker, yep.
Yep. You need to make the food a blocker
Yes.
because you're dead in 2 turns otherwise.
Do not attack. Good man.
My God. What a top deck.
That's why Magic rules. Top deck. Oh.
Okay, I'll seed. Gives vigilance.
He's going to block
Swing.
to protect it.
He has to go face. Oh.
No, he's going Oko. I might have let him hit Oko for 4 and save the food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then again, it gets rid of Alseed, so why not?
Protection from green. Okay, there's an ultimatum. Did not get the land, though. That's important.
Yeah.
Who of those ultimatums cost 9 mana? Look at all the pips over the ultimatums. So we're blinking anything?
I think you blink. I think you blink Oko.
No, because that puts him
Oh.
down in loyalty.
That's true.
Now you have a good blocker because the Faceless Haven cannot get through. There's another all seed, but you don't use it.
You use it before You use it before declaring attackers.
You can't Skyclave Apparition the Yorion.
Right, but he can use Alseed before declaring attackers. Or before declaring blockers, so that 4 comes through.
That only puts him at 3. Puts him at 3. That's not a good play. Sacrificing the L seed for damage.
And he's going to swing at Oko again because again, Spoons did that last time. I think that was a mistake Spoons made. He should have. Oh,
Giant Killer.
Oh shit! All right then.
Casting it. All right. Oh, but there's a guard.
Oh, how nice.
Another good top deck by Jagro.
Oh, do you switch? I might switch the Giant Key. I might switch Elseed.
Make a blocker and then cast a Gargaroth. I mean, he's now firmly in control here.
Yeah.
Because if the Gargaroth blocks, he gains life. Or makes a creature. Or draws a card.
Right.
There's a Sparring Regimen, which... Okay, you're going to learn.
There's nothing you can really do here at this point. And he knows 100% of what's in your hand.
Yep. If he draws a land here, it's over.
Yeah, if he draws a land, it's an ultimatum. And
it's a tap land. He got trolled a little bit. It is a tap land.
It is a tap
so
land.
He's got one more turn. What do we shut off? If you target the Giant Killer, you basically force him to sacrifice the All Seed if he wants to save it, but you can just elk it next turn. You've got the Gargaroth. Make him tap the Gargaroth down.
He's going to combat.
Yeah, you make him tap the Gargaroth. Now he cannot protect any creature with the All Seed because he needs mana to do that. No attacks. Play the tap land. Elk. I'll make a food. Okay.
He's thinking long term. He wants the blocker next round.
Yeah,
because he's got that creature at the top, or that isn't that a removal spell up top?
Yeah, it is, but he gets a creature if he does that. Jagro gets a creature if he uses that spell.
Ah.
So yeah, sure, he could exile the Gargaroth, because I think he's gonna hit Oko with that.
I understand that.
Yeah, but now he doesn't know about the third.
He doesn't know about the
emergent
ultimatum. Or do you do the Sea God and just say, haha, fuck off?
No, this is unknown information. You hit them with that.
Yeah.
The ultimatum wins you the game because you got Vorinclex and
Valky,
Alrund's Epiphany and Valky. Eat the food because it doesn't matter anymore. I will say this: if Jagro doesn't top deck like a god, he gets crushed here. There's the ultimatum, and this is where things go downhill very fast.
Vorinclex, Onyx, and Valky?
Vorinclex, Epiphany, and Valky.
Yeah.
There's the Epiphany.
You pass Vorinclex.
Yeah, he's looking. There's Vorinclex. Oh, didn't pick it. There we go. And then last one, Valky. Yep. Choose your fate.
He's gonna put. He'll put Valky back, so he's gonna have
That
2
card is
turns.
so dumb.
Yeah. He's gonna put Valky back. You never let Vortex and Valky come out together. You can't.
Well, there's really no good option here because he can only tap the Gargaroth once, and if he gets 2 turns, he's going to get more value.
Right.
And he put the Valky back, and then he's going to get Kiora Best of Sea God next turn.
Right.
With instant 2 counters to tap all of his permanents and get an 8/8 hexproof.
Yeah, this is it. This is game.
This is game over. Because don't forget, too, Vorinclex has haste.
He'll swing in for 12, 15.
Well, Vorinclex is going to get tapped down, so it's swinging for 12.
Right. Next round, it's be 12, 15.
He's dead.
It's 18. He's swinging in for 20 next turn.
Yeah, he's swinging for 20 next turn. This is game because he'll just play Kiora and just tap everything. And another ultimatum.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you still do Sea God, though, here.
Yeah, Sea God is just basically nail in the coffin. A little bit of overkill because he was dead on board anyway.
Yeah.
Man,
that's it.
There we have it.
Congratulations. Yes, that is our champion.
Zagro, congratulations. Epic top deck.
Epic top deck. He absolutely needed that top deck.
He was dead to rights without that.
Oh, seriously, Grow, if you wanted to hop in the chat real quick in Discord on your phone, man, we can interview you. But because it's right in the Discord, we're right in the commentary channel. Feel free. But yeah, what? Listen, this is, first of all, like, oh, I dropped my mic.
Oh my god.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. This is a great boom, but it's annoying. So yeah, like, first of all, I'll say this. Like, I love that we're doing this.
Yeah, this one was a good idea. It was nice to see what Standard would have looked like before AFR if none of that disgusting stuff had gotten banned.
Right, exactly. And I'm really happy with the he can't, sorry. Okay. Maybe Monday.
You know what though?
Maybe
I will say this. Isn't it fitting though that in the end it was Sultai?
Fuck
the deck that's been sitting on top for the last year and a half, basically. It's been Sultai. Sultai was either food or ultimatum. Now it's control. It's been Sultai.
And to be honest, I mean, it didn't need Oko. He could have lived. I almost would have loved it if he had been like, I'm not putting anything that's banned. I want to see if Sultai Ultimatum can beat, the banned board. And to be quite honest, he kind of did. Did he have Oko in that deck?
He did. Yeah, he played it. He played it. Remember, he was making food. He made a couple of blockers.
I don't know. I don't know if he would have needed Oko. That would have been an interesting.
I think it won him enough games where it definitely made it worthwhile. It's a big enough target to, if nothing else, it takes a lot of pressure off of you.
Right.
Since it's so hard to kill. I will say he had to have been sweating bullets before he drew that Shadow's Verdict.
Oh, absolutely. That was a great top deck. I was really happy with this. We're going to do this again. In fact, we're starting it up literally as we speak. Right now, if you're a patron listening to this, go into the Discord on the Patreon, and there's information there, and you should be able to actually see the tournament category. So look up. It's in there. It's under Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Tournament info is there. I will probably open that up to the rest of the Discord maybe Sunday. You give them kind of an extra bonus for hanging out with us and being part of the Discord. But for the most part, and then Monday we'll announce it on the show. But there's an Innistrad Midnight Hunt category, Win-A-Box. You can go in there and register. So patrons are going to get first stab, and you've got until probably midday Sunday. And then I'm going to open it up to everyone in the Discord. And then Monday night, we're going to open it up to the world and try to launch this next Monday. The format, and I'm very excited about this, is going to be best of 3 historic 100 card brawl. So it's a 100-card brawl. It's Diet Commander, ladies and gentlemen. It's very exciting. I can't wait to see the brews that are come out of this, especially because it's best of 3. Now, you can't sideboard, but we're doing best of 3 to kind of offset the arena. Well, wait, do they get a free mulligan?
I don't know how that works, but I do believe you're going to have to do, like, if it's multiple games, challenge for each game.
Right.
I
You're
haven't
gonna have
actually
to
tried
challenge.
this.
Yeah. No, I know
But
you can't.
I think that's a minor inconvenience.
Right. It'll be a minor inconvenience, but I think at best of 3 makes it feel a little less.
Yeah.
Hurtful.
And I think if it's as long as Brawl, I think it comes with the free mulligan rule.
Right. So be thinking about that. It will change how you build your decks, but it's going to be best of 3 100 card historic Brawl.
I'll be happy to see Swords to Plowshares cast. That'll be nice to see.
Swords to Plowshares. I think
Lightning Bolt.
Teferi's Protection is legal in there, isn't it?
Teferi's Protection is legal. Counterspell is legal. I think the only card that's not legal. Demonic Tutor and Tainted Pact are not legal.
Right. So, and believe me, I thought about not leaving it up to fate. I thought about doing what Wizards does and taking a look at Commanders and trying to put this together to make round 1 but I realized that that's just not going to work. It's not smart. So it is going to be randomized. We're going to still keep it with the bracket. But it's a 30. I decided to go 32 for this. I don't know that 64 works, and I don't want so many buys. So you have a 1 in 32 person chance to win a sealed box of set boosters from Innistrad Midnight Hunt. So I want to say Midnight Run. I want Charles Grodin and Robert De Niro to show up and be like, hey, I'm a werewolf. That's not a good De Niro. But yeah, okay. I'm very, very excited for this. I think, so again, patrons, you have first dibs, first shot. Go into the Discord, find the channel, sign up, all is well. I will open it up probably Sunday to everyone else in our Discord. So if you're in the Discord, stay there. And then Monday night during our main show, we will go through and we're going to have some previews. Man, have you seen some of these cards?
I've seen some of the cards.
What do you think? Yeah, there's.
I'll talk to you about that on Monday.
There are some thoughts. I have thoughts.
I have thoughts.
Yes. So, any other thoughts before we wrap this up? I mean, we're sitting on 2 hours and 40 minutes here, but.
This was amazing. This was a great tournament. Congratulations to Jagro. Good job to all the players.
Kerwin's is already in the loop. They're set. And special thank you to Kerwin's, our sponsor.
Yes.
So thank you, Kerwin's. They're the ones sending out all this stuff. By the way, I talked to John today. He's like, let me just say also, I love seeing you guys play with the Kerwin's sleeves. I'm like, all right, yeah, keep sending us sleeves. So, but yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to this. We're going to do this again, too, what Aramis and I are doing now. I want to encourage you guys, when you're thinking about your deck lists, be thinking about ways to record your matches. I don't know about you, Aramis. I had a blast with this. So
I love doing this.
Yeah, this is definitely worthwhile. So we're going to want to see matches and more. We won't be obviously doing it every week, but we'll see how things go. And when we have enough videos, we'll do it. But I guess that's going to be our show for tonight. So, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. To all of those who played, thank you very much for playing with us. We've really enjoyed it. We're going to be back Monday with the big show, talking some previews and all that other stuff. But I guess that's it, Aramis, unless you've got something else.
Nope. This is really good. I hope everybody has a good Labor Day weekend. Stay safe out there.
Yes, absolutely. And Jay Girl, we'll talk on Discord. Maybe, I mean, it's preview day, but maybe we could do a post, championship interview like for 5 minutes or something during the main show. What the hell? So if you're around Monday during Labor Day, we're recording usual time, 8:00. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. We will talk to you guys next week. See you Monday. Bye-bye. You can say goodbye.
Bye.